Hey there, and welcome to Dungeons at Dark, where I, your dungeon master, Andrew Taylor, sit around the table and play Dungeons and Dragons with some of my very favorite people. Tonight at the table, we have Tucker and Mikey. Digital, we have Chris, Christian, Kyle, and Greg, each playing their various characters whose names sometimes I forget, but then as most good GMs sometimes remember. So tonight we've been away for 2 weeks. We took a week off. So tonight we're going to do a kind of an in-depth rehash of last session, and then we will pick up. For Tucker, he hasn't played in 3 weeks, so it feels like forever for him. So pardon his rust.
Who's
he
that man?
picks up Kazamak's reins once again. So last week we started with Aina sitting at the head of a table, blood dripping down the walls, and the dead Kinokage at Aina's feet. As the session progressed, Aina eats and begins to answer questions the party asks about why she just did what she did, what it is they just saw and witnessed, and what it is that Aina wanted for them. Eventually, Aina begins to tell the party what she knows about what she saw in the visions and what you guys saw in the visions. And she begins to explain what she wants from you. She tells you that the amulet around Kit's neck is somehow tied to a location known as the Lone Stone Library. That she cannot take the amulet from Kit because it has to be freely given and is protected by strong magics. She also told you that what she wants from you is to discover the secret of the Lone Stone Library, which she believes is the location of the Celestial Orb. She wants you to bring the orb to her so that she can use that to destroy the Emperor, crush the Empire forever, and take all the elves of Zata to a new home. She will then, in return, release Kit's people, the remaining 100 of Kit's people. She will release you all from the Empire, the burden of the Empire, and allow you to go on your ways. So, you ask questions. Kit does a funeral pyre of both the Kinokage and the second foxfolk that is slaughtered at the hands of Orion, right before Aina and Orion leave. As they rush out, and as they leave, Kit goes about her way, does the funeral pyres for both the foxfolk. The rest of you are kind of cleaning up of what's going on when there's another knock at the door. Standing in front of you in the doorway is a elven woman named Bridget, who has answered a summons in the post that was put there by Doreen, the housekeeping maid. Doreen was looking for essentially a road steward. So Bridget was almost immediately told that she would be going on the road with the party to make sure they're fed and kept clean and things of that nature. So Bridget, for all intents and purposes, is currently your steward. The party eventually settled down for a long rest, woke up in the morning and made their plans, deciding to head north to Volovine by way of the Spring Stream to Letty's Hole, then to Dunhollow, to Sereft, then to into Volov. So, traversing essentially the northern half of Zata. That was your plan, and you guys went into town for some supplies. Bridget did a little bit of gambling, but for the most part, you just looked for supplies, healing potions, cloaks, things of that nature, and then decided that, well, one, Bridget needs a horse, and two, Henry needs a saddle for midnight. So, with that in mind, you make your way to the only husbandry place that you remember seeing in town, a place that's colloquially known as the Zoo. And that is where we find ourselves. We find ourselves standing outside of this. Essentially, you're standing in front of a small round pen filled with half a dozen horses. They look fine. They look like fine steeds. There's a house that kind of butts right up next to this round pen. And then off the other side of the round pen is this large barn, almost like the size of a warehouse, though. from it, as you guys stand there, you hear a lot of weird noises. Noises that do not check with simply being horses. You hear the roar of a large cat, it sounds like a lion. You hear what some of you, I won't say who, know to be an elephant.
My people! My people!
I didn't want to be racist to your elephant men. So you hear a lot of weird noises coming from this barn. You don't currently see anybody out there, like with the horses or on the outside of the barn. The barn is kind of you can see the big barn doors are kind of shut, like the side doors are shut, and the small door, like on the short end of the barn, is actually closed as well. So no one that you can see, but there is this big horse pen, and then you have this barn that's making a lot of weird noises. Oh, well, yeah, small little sign on above the horse pen that says the zoo.
You never said the table is yours.
Oh, I'm sorry. Would you like me to hand you the table? Oh, sorry. Players, the table is yours.
That's right.
You're gonna do the thing that lets us talk. So, they sell saddles here.
I mean, it's here. There's nowhere else. I mean, it's our only option. Probably. Oh, you want to go in?
Well, I'm gonna let you, take point on this one.
Oh, no. Ladies first.
Okay, Bridget, go ahead.
What? So wait, DM, real quick. Where we hear the noise coming from inside, like the building or like behind it?
It's coming from inside the barn.
Gotcha. Okay.
Guys, I'm actually gonna walk. Oh, I really just want to see what's in the. Making all these weird noises. To be honest, kind of walk over and. Yeah, are the doors locked? I want to give it a little tug. This is what I will preface this bug tables. Does this look like the actual entrance to the store, or is it like a store and then this weird building by itself?
Yeah, so basically, all right, so right to left.
Am I just opening a lion's cage, or am I going into the shop? That's what I want.
Am I walking into a ring or am I walking
No,
into a shop?
you're opening you're opening a barn door. Is what you're opening.
That is the only structure that could be a shop.
Yeah,
Okay,
from right to
that's-
left, as you're standing and looking at this scene, right to left, you have what looks to be like a domicile, like a small ranch house. Okay. Next to that, round pen, like where horses are currently grazing, with the sign that says the zoo. Next to the round pen, the far left, is this barn.
Oh,
The window barn?
I would like.
What'd you say?
Are there any windows near? Can you look into the barn? Do you have to open the door?
No, there's no windows or anything. No.
Is there any signs hanging around "Do not enter here, no trespassing"? Besides the zoo, because you said there's just a sign that says the zoo. Is there any other signs? So I guess an investigation that basically warns you of what you're stepping into.
So
Hey,
there's
Mr. DM, can I open the door?
there are no signs that you see that give a warning or talk about no trespassing or anything like that.
Okay.
We for sure need to check for.
Yeah, Sire, if you would like to open the door, yes, you can throw the
I
door.
will stomp forward, not just kidding, but nonchalant, and just be like, we're getting real hung up on doors, guys, and I'm just gonna open the door.
Okay. So you throw open the barn doors. Yeah. Impaled. No. Yeah. So you throw open the barn doors, and so you're immediately hit by. All of you are immediately hit by the smell of shit. Immediately, you're inside a barn, and then as your eyes adjust from the sting and they stop watering, your eyes adjust and you see what is making all the mess.
Who?
He's making all this mess. There are in front of you of varying sizes, different stalls with different types of animals. Just in front of you, just in the 3 kind of stalls that you see what appear to be 4 or 5 camels. You see what appear to be 2. The only way to describe them would be giant lizards? Question mark.
Motor dragon.
And then you see in a stall all by itself a elephant.
Brom.
Is Brahm, or is it like?
It's an elephant. Like it's an elephant, like a non-sentient
How
elephant.
great would that be if it was just a Luxodon standing in a cage?
Henry,
Do we know elephants are a thing? Like, is it a common animal, or is this something like mind-blowing?
so common, no. Zata, so not from Zata. Elephants not native to Zata at all. Elephants are from Daboria and Cetera. So Daboria and Cetera are more like the Indian subcontinent than they are like anything else comparable to Earth. So that's kind of how they are.
I'm gonna look to Brahm and be like, is it weird that like the wild animals from where you're at look exactly like you all, just like hunched over? I don't know if that's offensive. It's just something that like immediately came to mind.
Aren't you a fox?
Yeah, but like we're descendants of Fae, so I don't know if it's the same for Luxodon people.
Can you talk to them, Brom? I mean, you were looking for your people.
To me, it would be to me, in my mind, it's no different than a human and a chimpanzee. Right?
I don't know. I feel like that's like there's some very definite feature changes. The elephant to man with elephant head, I feel like is not that different.
Would it be based off of like an evolutionary change or the elephants
It's not.
change?
They're not connected at all. No,
Okay.
there's no connection whatsoever between the genetics of the Luxodon people and elephants.
Different species
Okay,
then.
got it.
Yeah.
So that's what makes it even stranger then, is that they don't have any common ancestry.
They look similar though. So, Brom, I think I found one of your distant cousins. I'm gonna point.
I'm just gonna ignore everybody. I'm gonna walk up to the cage, just look at it, and see. What it
Yeah.
is.
Not necessarily a cage, more like a stall, like
Horse stall.
a horse stall, but to scale for the size of the animal.
Shake trunks.
And as you guys kind of step into this space, you look left and you look right. There are stalls that kind of stretch, and you are immediately hit with the understanding. You're all smart enough. Your past perceptions are all high enough. Yeah, sure. All high enough.
You guys are smart enough now.
Yeah, most of you, right? As a group, you all figure out. One of you is a weak link. I won't say who, but you all figure out that this is probably space inside of here is probably magic. Okay. There's more stuff in here than should be able to fit in the size of the barn that you were outside. And as you kind of step into the middle and step out of the aisle into like the space, and you go up to see this elephant, as you approach, the elephant kind of like takes not a step back, but kind of just like shies away a little bit. Not a ton of space in here for an elephant even, but kind of shies away and like into like the corner a bit. And it just starts rubbing its butt on the back of the stall, just giving you a stank eye while rubbing its ass on the
As
stall.
wild animals do.
And as it does, and as you approach the stall, you guys would all hear and you would see in your peripheral a red-skinned gentleman, a hobgoblin, comes kind of skittering up next to you. And he goes, "Well, hi there, Rourke Morgan. You looking at a elephant? You want to buy?"
Are these animals for sale?
Well, everything's for sale.
Well, I read the sign outside zoo. What kind of zoo is this?
You're not from here, are you?
No.
Oh, you look very...
Ah, see? I thought so too.
I'm just gonna look at it and I'm just be like, I'm like, we are not the same. As you can
Oh.
obviously tell.
Rourke knows you're not the same. Rourke knows. He just kind of looks at you. He like looks back at the rest of you and goes, there's a big wink.
They're the same.
I sense slavery incoming.
God.
Jesus.
Jesus.
Third turn.
I'm gonna cut the tension. We're actually just here to see if you all sell like saddles or tack, or kind of
Oh.
short, you know.
Get a horse.
Rourke sells all sorts of things. He has.
Yeah, specifically for a horse.
Oh yes, I have saddle for horse with wings, for horse with horn, all sorts of horse.
What makes the horned horse different for the saddle?
Well, Honeysuckle is, well, she's special.
Oh, so it's just one specific horse.
Well, more unicorn, less horse, but, kind of illegal.
Okay. You don't feel like you need to explain. We're just here to meander, look around, but more specifically buy gear.
Oh, Rourke has lots of saddles. There's 50 gold.
You mentioned you have saddles for horses that fly.
You can't afford.
Wait a second.
But how much though?
But how much?
It's gonna let's see. How he's gonna go for you 1,200 gold pieces. I give you Griffin.
Oh, I'm gonna like look
That's
at
a pretty sick
size
deal.
and look at my size and be like,
Kazmak, ask
don't
him to
know
see
if
the
I can
Griffin.
fit on
Hey, ask him to see it.
So, just to get this out of the way above table, the animals that I have chosen were intentional. The camel and the giant lizard, you're the right level for their CR rating.
Okay.
Everything else, except for the horse too. You can be a normal horse.
Yeah.
Horse, camel, and giant lizard. But what you can't be yet is elephant or any of the other stuff you guys haven't stumbled upon yet.
I wanted the elephant.
They're too high of a CR. I already checked.
Imagine Braum riding into combat on the back of a fucking elephant.
Sick.
Is there a specific kind of giant lizard before we move forward?
It's the CR one that has a CR less than. It's for you right now. I believe it's 1.
Got it.
Wait,
We
this is
just-
for us to ride or for Vince to.
become.
I built the zoo is there for mounts. But as a DM, I already knew that the moment he walked in, he was just going to be like, I'm just going to become
Everything.
that I see. But there's the rules behind it, so I already know which ones he can do right now and which ones he can't.
We're definitely coming back here.
I'm gonna turn to Henry and Bridget. Like, so you needed tack and you needed a mount.
Yeah.
Oh, I have many camels, many camels, and I have unicorn.
What?
Not for you. You cannot afford.
I'm probably the only one here who could afford it.
Henry!
I'm standing in the corner constantly casting prestidigitation on my face, just trying to get the smell away, and I'm just like, this man, oh dear. Oh,
Rourke loves all of his animals, but they make big, well, they make big sheets. So, Rourke would like to have less. Big sale.
I'm gonna point to the lizards and be like, "Are those? Can you mount those? Like, can you ride them?"
Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure you... He looks you up and down. Yes, you can ride.
Well, it's not really for me. It's for, and I'll point to Bridget. And be like, but does it keep pace with a horse?
Oh, very fast, yes. Very, very fast.
Can I do an insight check on him?
Faster than a horse?
Let's see if this dude's mind. He seems like
I wanna walk further into the zoo past him.
11.
11. Seems to be telling the truth. You're gonna walk deeper in?
I'm just gonna walk deeper in and
Okay.
just not care what he says to me.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll finish this conversation with these guys. So Rourke's gonna go. Yes, we have giant lizard. Good mount. Very good mount. For her, great mount. Love it.
I think
Okay.
I'm on the lizard. I just need a horse. Black or gray, preferably.
Ah, well, 50 gold. For horse, you can have. Outside, you can pick.
Do you have any, and I lean over and like whisper, any dragons?
Rourke leans in. As he does, a couple things become very apparent. Rourke is not shaved in several days. His beard comes in like very, very patchy. Like
looks like
clump.
shit.
It's like a clump. Like, yeah, all angles. Has not brushed his teeth in any amount of significant time. And he is not doing well personal hygiene wise.
Yeah.
That's all I hear, probably.
Yeah. As he leans in, you kind of catch a whiff of his breath. It's a brief reprieve from the manure, but not by much, I would say. He goes very loudly as he leans in. No dragons. No dragons.
I do an insight check.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just hear a dragon screech in the background.
There's
Did
one right there.
someone earlier talk about dragons? Oh, that wasn't that one.
No, not.
Nope,
You-
dragons don't even exist anymore on this planet.
This
Actually,
man is the most truthful.
What's a
man.
dragon?
Bridget, this Rourke, something about him, you trust more than you've trusted anyone in a long time. His down to earth tendencies, maybe it's just his outward good nature.
So real, so raw.
Yeah, so real, so raw. Yeah, so Rourke goes, no dragons, but Rourke does have lizards and a big elephant, among other things, for the discernible buyer.
we can't ride the elephant. Correct? That was off the table.
You can ride the elephant. He just can't turn into an elephant. He doesn't
Okay.
have a CR.
How much? I'm gonna like point one. How tall is it? And two, how much?
It's a fully grown African elephant.
Yes.
How much?
10
Big guy.
feet tall.
Big boy.
How much for the big guy?
Oh, he makes very, very big sheets. Very big. I'd say 800 gold pieces.
Well, I mean, I feel like we could probably do you a massive favor. Like, this the cleanup alone, that's gotta cost something. I mean, how about like 500?
Oh, no. You see, sale price is final price. Everything must go, but Rourke still has to eat.
I mean, you could just eat him.
True. What do you think happened to his mate? He points.
Well, then it sounds like you're trying to get rid of him, and I'm doing you a favor.
As he says that, he points down to where you guys currently see him walking.
Wait, are you insinuating that Rom was meant to be his mate?
Oh, no. I fed him to the hippogriff.
Hey, Rom.
Am I within earshot to hear that?
As you, you just kind of been walking, and as you are, you test a couple of things, right? So as you hit the second level of or second set of cages, you come across a couple sets of cages that contain wargs. WORD, you come across a single hippogriff locked in a way too small, confined space. You come across the griffin screeching, and almost like a screech, but like a lion's roar mixed in there. And then you do, believe it or not, Rourke was not lying. At the very end of this, you come to a unicorn that is currently chained and locked into the ground in its little holding cell.
How does the horse? How does the unicorn?
Unicorn is muzzled.
Muzzled. It doesn't look like it has an intense fire in its eye.
No, it does not. But what it does look like is very pissed off. It doesn't look like dedicated or anything like that. But it does have like this. It looks angry.
Have I ever heard of a unicorn? Is that like a thing that's
Everybody's heard of unicorns. Unicorns are a very standard mythological thing, right? So like in this world, in the world of Zata, in this universe, unicorns are just like they are in our world. They're a very common childhood creature, right? Unicorns are created by a god for a singular purpose, and that's what unicorns are. They're put on the plane of existence for a singular purpose. They could be as simple as delivering a message, and when it does, the unicorn passes away, and it goes to live in the afterlife in whatever god's realm created it. So, that is unicorns. They're mythological, but they are real. But they are just so rare that they are mythological. Inside.
I wanted to cast Speak with Animals.
Okay.
Understanding that he's muzzled, but you get what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, is there like, how much distance is he away? Like, how close can we possibly get to this thing before it's like, weird?
I mean, it's locked in a horse. Are you familiar with the horse stall? So it's basically locked in a horse stall.
Okay.
It's got little chains around all four of its legs, and those chains are staked into the ground, and it's muzzled.
All right. I want to just lean my head in and be like, "Hey, my man, they got you, huh?"
Oh, yeah.
Very with kind of an angry tone, you just hear this.
Yeah, I get that. You don't have any telepathy or anything? I thought you were this mythical creature. I thought maybe if I reached out, you'd be able to hook that up, but
make an Arcana check.
30, 20. Nope, sorry, 18.
Yeah. So unicorns, while they are indeed animals, they are technically fae. But in the actual lore, in the flavor text, they're divine creatures. So they are really going to speak Sylvan and things like that, depending on your god, right? So each unicorn's language is going to be different, depending on, at least in Zata, dependent on which god created it for what mission, right? So if it's a dwarven god who created it to deliver the message to dwarves, has no reason to speak common because it's there to deliver a message in dwarven, right? So it's a crapshoot to what language this unicorn will speak.
Hit a pretty freaking hard wall there then, eh? If I don't get anything from him for being hey, try to reach out, then I'm hey, all right, that's tough, man. Best of luck to you, I hope whoever buys you doesn't try to eat you. Maybe, they let you free or you can escape. That'd be cool. He didn't even give us a price tag, so I don't think that that's happening. Yeah, well, this was really depressing for everybody, so. Sheldon, how are you doing? Do you have any words of encouragement?
No.
Yeah.
Give me more celery when you have the chance, please.
All right.
Thank you.
back in the
Sure.
pocket. And I'll go back over to the guy and be like, "Is there a price tag on the unicorn? Is this a?"
Oh, Rourke could let it go for, say, maybe 10,000 gold pieces.
Oh, that's it.
Honeysuckle is a divine creature.
So, like, what do you plan on doing once you sell it? Because whoever buys it, the unicorn's probably going to murder them and then like go do its thing, right?
No returns.
What's so special about it? You said it's divine, but it just looks like a horse with a horn to me.
Honeysuckle was made for a singular purpose.
Are you
Yeah,
familiar with that purpose?
Oh, no idea. No. I have no idea what it speaks. I've tried Sylvan. I've tried Dwarven, Common, all sorts.
Have you tried Infernal?
No. It's a unicorn.
Well, give it a shot. I'll give it a shot. I know Infernal. I'll speak Infernal. Because I'm a tiefling. And in Infernal, just be like, is this reading? Is this clear? Do you get this?
Honeysuckle, through the muzzle, you get back a little bit, but you get. Holy fuck, I understood. Nothing
interesting happened there, guys. I tell you what. Yeah, they still didn't understand.
Yeah, make a deception check since you're gonna lie.
And then continue talking to the creature immediately following.
I heard that
Oh!
shit.
19. I rolled an 18 on the die, +1.
Nice.
I believe it.
I believe.
I'll roll up to Vinsire and Infernal be like, really?
Not really.
Sorry, man.
But now where do we go? 10,000 gold for the unicorn. What if it's an evil unicorn?
No, then 15,000 gold.
That's crazy. You're a
What?
crazy man.
I mean, 10,000. What if we just
Have you ever heard of a evil
Hey,
unicorn?
Do you have family? People that care about you? Love you, know where you're at?
Not particularly, no.
What if we just? I'm just like turning the rest of the group. What if we just killed them and we could just take all the animals?
An
I mean-
absolute
Be
possibility.
careful about it.
Well, that's definitely an option that we can explore if we so choose.
When I make this, everyone freaks out, all right? When I
Work.
say these things, people freak out. But when
Rourke
you-
snaps his fingers and the hippogriff chamber opens. Standing where the group was, currently, Henry and Vinsire and Brom are standing in front of the unicorn chamber. Kit, Bridget,
I would
Kazumak.
just like to say that I'm enthralled at the elephant cage like a kid
Yep.
at this actual zoo. I was not a part of this whatsoever.
and Kazumak are on the other side where you guys came in.
Yeah.
So between you now is a hippogriff that is staring dead at Henry and Vinsire.
I'm gonna.
Wings out, fangs out, like beak sharp out, claws
And I
out.
saw
I'm
him.
gonna turn around and tell him to chill. Relax.
I'm gonna see this happen. I'm gonna do the thing. I'm just gonna pick my cane up and I'm gonna walk back and get to a back wall and just kind of sit there and just I didn't say anything.
Scooting a little bit. You're off camera.
Oh,
I'm
I'm just gonna kind of scoot back and find a wall that not on a cage because I don't know if someone's trying to rip me in. So I'm just gonna kind of sit there I didn't say anything.
At this point, I lost all faith in this. This boy's released. Are these things? Do I know what this is?
Oh no.
Have I ever seen one? Or
Oh no.
Do I know if they're violent? Or it's a wild animal? Do I
Hippogriff.
feel like it would attack us? I know what it is, but would Kazumak be like, oh, this thing is probably gonna hurt somebody?
No, I mean
Me.
it was completely fine.
Does it lumber out, or does it
It just walks out and then puts itself kind of in between Rourke and the group that had just threatened him.
Which is you.
Yeah. All right. So, You let the hippogriff out. Yeah, are these wild animals? They listen to you. I don't know what that's supposed to do for us here. If this is a threat of some sort.
Come
If
on,
you continue
Kaz.
to be rude in my house,
You
and
live here?
you threaten me with violence, I will have my animals eat you. And I will go away, and when I come back, it will be big piles of poop. And I will take that poop, and I will use it to fertilize my garden. That is what will happen.
Well, Kaz, I think we lost that game of chicken.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna,
So,
holding on to the cage. I'm gonna turn around, having not paid attention to any of this. So you're saying 500's off the table?
If Bert, without skipping a beat, is just gonna like look back and go, 750 gold pieces, best that I can do.
Rorik, you're breaking my balls, bud. I got 735. Take it or leave it.
Oh, Rourke is a man of his word. 750 gold.
I can't do that. Literally, the most I can do is 735 for this big. And she's gonna reach her hand through the cage, not even touching anything, for this big, beautiful beast.
Yeah, go ahead and make a persuasion check.
I do not have the additional 15 gold. That is not very good. That is a 5.
Well, needless to say,
I will give Kit 15 gold. Very nonchalantly. Hey, you dropped this.
Funding has come in. We can do 750 gold.
okay.
Kit, may I interject?
Holding onto the bars.
I'm
What?
gonna get close.
What?
What the fuck are we gonna do with a fucking elephant?
For real.
I'm gonna ride it. What do you mean?
What?
You can put things on it.
Well,
You
we're
can
on
make-
an island, Kit. We need to get this thing ferried out of here. Then we need to feed it. We need to pick up its shit. I mean, come on.
Are they
we don't,
very
we don't
fast?
have to pick up its shit. There's poop all over sidewalks all the time. But I mean, you can put like 4 people on it. They can swim. I mean, they're pretty fast. They're really smart.
Well, as
I
long
mean,
as
they're
you're
clearly
sure.
stubborn. Look at Brom. He just keeps going. It's
That's
gonna
very
keep
true.
going.
That's very true. This is a very large responsibility, though.
Can I talk to the elephant?
Sure.
I got 10 minutes of this deal.
Okay.
I'll say, hey, boss, I'm Vince Sire. This is Kit. She's purchasing you right now. I don't know if you're aware of that. I feel
Oh
like-
God, another owner. Oh,
Another?
why?
Is this something you enjoy? Is this cool?
No.
No? What do you
No,
want?
God.
What do you want to stay in this cage? Is this what you want?
No, God, please no. Set me free.
Well, what if you come hang out for a set period of time, and then we'll take you someplace where you can be free and not like be killed for being an elephant?
Where do you kill this? hog?
What is he saying, Vinsire? Does he seem excited?
But you know what I mean? I feel like here, wild elephants, that's gonna get murdered quick.
Make a persuasion check to try to convince this elephant of I don't know that it
That
maybe
will keep them safe. And then we'll take
Does
him
he
to
seem
Tana.
excited?
Our goal is 17.
he's gonna go.
Take him to Deboria.
I see your point, but I'm not a huge fan of being owned.
Think of it as a partnership.
Oh, do I get a cut?
Sure, what do you want? We'll give you as much as whatever food, I'm sure Kit's amicable. She's very kind.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
equal work for equal pay.
Are you looking for payment in gold?
I like bananas.
Fair enough. I don't know where we can find those, but fruit. Yep, Kit. What's your name?
Julius.
Jolise?
Julius.
Julius? Oh, Kit, this is Julius. Julius is expects payment.
That seems like a lot. I mean, I just spent like all of my money on
To be
him.
fair, the
Not-
payment they're expecting is to be fed. So, that
Is
was
he
the
not-
responsibility you were taking on anyway.
Is he
Bananas.
not to be bought.
I want bananas.
He wants bananas.
I mean, but does he not want? Does he want to stay here? I mean, I can.
No, he doesn't want to stay here. He wants to be free, and I told him that's probably not going to happen, just based on the climate of the area.
I mean, I'm not gonna like be rude to him. I just want to ride him around.
Looks like it's been trying to.
Yeah, no, he's in. You just got to feed him bananas. That was a big thing.
I mean, we could always ask him if he wants to go live at the Bastion, so at least I can go see him on occasion.
Julius, we have a place called we have like a little estate area, some land. You can hang out there.
Was there bananas?
We could probably get some. I know I have a good garden going. I would have to get some of those to start that, but we'd probably make that happen for sure.
I eat a lot.
Yeah, well, I'm really good at gardening, so it'll be all right.
Well, was it far?
Can he fit through the tree?
We would just need to find a very big tree.
That exists on Blackmore.
Yeah, you're not gonna find a tree.
Or we gotta cast a spell to reduce the size of the animal.
Yeah.
Which I may possibly know. Can I do both at once? That is a question for God.
Well, Vinsar, you can just relay that I'm fine with buying him, and I would like this to be a mutual arrangement. So if he wants to live at the Bastion, I mean, I will free him in the sense that he can roam our pastures. But I would like to see him when we come home.
So Julius, you will have to hang out until we get back to the Bastion, or I can send you back to the Bastion, and there's someone there that could take care of you, and she's really good. She'll get you everything you need. I'll explain it to her. We'll write a letter.
I don't know what that is. That sounds pretty hard.
Not at all. You won't have to do a single thing except for exactly what we tell you to, and mostly it's going to be walking forward. Or bananas.
Oh, I don't know.
And you're only going to meet a lady elephant if you leave this tent.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
All right. Kit, he's in.
I have already put the bag of money down, and I'm like slipping through the cage, and I'm gonna like put my hand up to like touch his like trunk.
Is he
Like,
grabbing
hi.
against the wall?
He takes
Hi, your name's
Work.
Julius?
Rourke takes the bag of gold, puts it on tightens it to his belt, goes, "No returns," and walks over to where the hippogriff is. Kit, as you kind of slide on to the back of Julius, make an animal handling check at disadvantage.
I'm not trying to control him. I'm just trying to ride the motherfucker.
As Julius absolutely loses his shit with a fox climbing on his back.
I wasn't trying to climb on his back. I'm putting my hand up to like say hi.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like saying, "Hi, I heard your name's Julius. I'm Kit." And I'm like putting my hand up like to where his trunk would be.
Damn it.
Oh no, we lost you.
Damn it. That time I know it was Tucker.
Yeah, honestly, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing the sun's going down, big guy. Like I'm not trying to climb his back.
Julius is gonna just put his trunk like on your head. Like, I mean, elephants are pretty inquisitive, so he's just gonna put his trunk on your head and kind of just like do the mouth thing with your hair. Yeah. Yeah, Vince, are you here? Holy, she smells good.
Beautiful. Julius, if you ever need to talk, you just got to give me 2 taps. Give me 2 taps with the snout there. We'll make this happen.
Yeah, as soon as you say that, you feel Julius's trunk tap you on the shoulder.
Okay. Well,
I'm hungry. Do you have any bananas?
this is a ritual spell for me, so this is fine. We'll make this happen. We can do this. No bananas yet, Julius, but I do have. Oh God, what do I have that he would want? Give me a second.
It's gonna start sucking up your spell slots because he's gonna keep wanting to talk to you.
Well, I can ritually cast it. It would just I'll have to like sit on his back while he lets me cast it.
Vinsire, can you ask him if I can get up? I at least want to like ride him around the city for a bit.
Julius,
Yeah.
kid's asking for consent to ride you. This is between. We'll get you some bananas if you'll make this happen.
Consent's important. Okay.
Wonderful.
I'm gonna just the uppies and we'll just wait for Julius to pick me up.
Yeah, rather violently, Julius just swoops out with the trunk, scoops you up, and just kind of tosses you on its back, and it just stands there.
This was worth all of my life savings.
Oh, right. Is there a saddle, Rourke? Is there a saddle or anything we need, or anything we need to know to take care of our old boy here?
Yes. Oh, well, he needs to be fed 8 times a day.
Yeah.
Around 100, 150 pounds each time.
All right, where are you sourcing these bananas?
Oh, I don't feed him bananas, no.
Okay, what are you feeding him?
I feed him grass and hay.
Perfect. I'm gonna lie to him as long as I possibly can between me and you.
Oh, I'm sure that will be fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Open times.
Saddle or anything though, for real?
Oh, yes, 150 gold.
All right, kid's cool. This is worth it. This is
We don't need a saddle, Vinsire. He's gonna mainly just if he lets me on his back, I'm fine with this.
If somebody gets hurt and we gotta hitch a ride, we'd rather be prepared. We could strap bags to him this way. I don't, this is an investment, kid. I know this is for a moment for you, but
I also have a very large wagon you could buy.
I guarantee you Julius has no intent on pulling a wagon. Much appreciated, though.
Oh, he's an animal. He will do what you tell him to do.
That's an interesting take you have as a guy that works with animals every day.
Rourke produces a whip.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, before I get too excited, I'm gonna have to leave.
Yeah, so, anyway, as I'm kind of staring at the hippogriff, fucking big fucking chicken. That horse saddle, 50 gold?
Oh, yes. 50 gold.
Alright. Here.
He's just gonna take the 50 gold, walks over, pulls off a new-ish looking saddle. Worn, but not like misused. So broken in. Hands it over to you.
Damn, bro, 50 gold for a used saddle. Yeah, bamboozles.
Gonna make eye contact with Kazimak. Be like, alright, I'm good.
What kind of eye contact do you make with me?
Let's see,
That is actually very important for how I react.
murderous intent.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just go like nod and get a shit-eating grin on my face.
All right. Well, I'm all set. All right. Thank you very much for your business. I appreciate you. I'm gonna leave now because this place smells quite awful.
Do I find a black horse out there?
Yes, you can find a black horse.
The most normal request.
Sure. So you said 50 gold for the horse and the saddle, correct?
50 gold for a horse and 50 gold for a saddle. 100
No, I think I heard you say
gold.
50. How much?
No. Rourke would never.
Are you sure? My friend did make quite a large purchase. Couldn't you help us out a little bit?
Rourke thinks... make a persuasion check.
16.
16. Okay. Yeah, so Rourke's gonna go... Well, maybe Rourke can come down just a bit. For friends. So he'll let it go for, say... Rourke will say 75 gold.
Fair. I give him 75.
Okay.
Take the horse, the saddle, and mount.
So, Warwick,
Yes.
how do you source these animals? Like that unicorn, for example. I only ever read about them in fairy tales, really. Where do you even find these kind of things?
Rourke does not find them. They come to Rourke.
They just walk to you, or you have a supplier that sells them to you, or and then you resell them, or
Aren't you inquisitive? So many questions.
well, you said I couldn't afford to buy anything, so I guess questions is all I can get. Maybe some answers?
No. Rourke thinks this one is for Rourke only.
Didn't really understand what we said, but all right. What if I was to I don't know, purchase some of your information?
You see, Rourke thinks you want to cut out Rourke. Rourke thinks you want to find Rourke's supplier and maybe buy camel straight from him at discount. Rourke think not. Rourke very wise here in Blackmore. Staple of community.
Whatever you say does not look like a very profitable business to me. And it smells.
As I sit on a fucking 800 gold elephant. You clearly make no fucking money, but okay.
You're a broke bitch.
They just you guys just spent 1,000 gold in this shop and it's been 10 minutes. You broke bitch, you never make a dime.
You never made any
He's
money.
got a fucking bag of gems just flowing from his fucking waistband.
Yes.
Four.
Rourke goes, Rourke does fine. He jingles Kit's bag.
Well, you've been almost no help at all. I'm just gonna walk away.
How tall is a regular African elephant? Is it like 15 feet tall to the back?
Yes.
Up to the back?
Yeah, you were
Right.
right. You bought a 15-foot tall animal that needs to be fed 8 times a day. Yes.
150.
Doreen gets paid like $250 a year. She can take care of the elephant for sure. How could I reasonably reach down and reach Rorik's hand, or do I have to dismount to shake this?
Not even fucking close.
Just
I'm gonna
like,
jump off
yeah.
of Julius's back, and I'm gonna well, he may be rude, but that was a pretty good deal, and I would shake Rorik's hand.
Rourke's gonna reach down and shake her hand and go, always come back. When this one dies, I'll find you another.
Well, hopefully Julius doesn't die. I'm gonna pat him on like the arm.
He goes,
I like him. I would like to keep him alive.
oh, you already named him. Well, I'm sure that's fine.
He had a name.
I'm sure he did, yes.
And I'm gonna look to him, as long as you don't try and steal him back. Haha. Like do like a little like finger gun at him.
He just stands there, kind of like hands like in front of him, doesn't know what's happening. He goes, right. Rourke has to go clean up shit. And he's
We have people protecting our bastion, and they will protect Julius as he's now one of the family. Thank you, goodbye. And I'm gonna climb back up on Julius's back.
remember Rourke when you need a new mount. And he's gonna like walk around the corner. The whole time, the fucking hippogriff still out, just kind of chilling,
Just standing.
just staring at fucking the back of Henry's head.
Like-
Yeah.
Just posted up.
Do we fight or what?
You wanna go, bro? Wanna fuck?
You want to
Fucking-
some fuck?
Big fucking chicken. Fucking take you.
once I get outside the barn to Henry, I was like, yeah, I caught what you were putting down back there, but didn't really hardly seem worth the trouble.
Oh, it's not immediate, but eventually I will end that man's life.
Yeah, I didn't really like him either. When he first released the hippogriff, I really was hoping it would try to attack someone so I could catch him in the net and then throw him at it. But
I just want to cut in here. I could fully talk to that unicorn. Do we want to do that? Because we just got to go in there, kill the guy, and get the unicorn.
well, I mean, if you all want to do this, then sure. But I mean, I'm sure everyone else noticed that place is definitely magical.
I'm not saying we have to do it right now. I know what I'm saying. We can plan this. Henry wants to kill the guy. So
Oh,
I'm
yes,
just throwing it
yeah,
out
no.
there.
I'm going to. He forfeited his
Before
life.
he gets rid of the unicorn, if that's something that is advantageous to anyone. It speaks Infernal. Henry was right. That's a little crazy, a little wacky.
Is Rourke around, or are we still inside the shop?
I'm out the barn.
You're outside the barn. Okay.
There's only a couple left.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
You guys are outside the barn.
why didn't you like him so much, Henry? I'm all for killing. Don't get me wrong, but
Well, I have a soft spot in my heart for animals, and those weren't treated very well at all. And he sold me a saddle for 50 gold, the same price he's selling a horse for.
can I do an insight check on Henry just because you voiced that you're well traveled and you've already lied to us once? I just want us to make sure that this is not some weird connection you're trying to bury.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
The ruse of caring about
Good
animals
insight.
is really just the real care about getting
7.
fucking-
I believe you. Yeah, I mean, that is pretty fair. I hate getting ripped off, so.
Yeah, it's not fun. Don't like
You
it.
really change your tone there really quickly.
I mean, I'm more than, yeah. We want to go in there, guns blazing. I'm all
Well, no, these kind of things take planning. You got to be careful. He had backup. The big fucking chicken's no joke. Okay? But, with the right planning and, preparation, we can make it look like, the animals got loose and they turned on him. And no one would think twice about that. I mean, obviously.
In all fairness, I could make that look very realistic.
Exactly. so-
May I jump in here real quick?
Honestly, no. I feel like you will not have anything positive to add to this current conversation, and that's no offense to you, but I feel like you're really going to derail what we have going.
Okay, thank you for your input, but I don't care.
for.
The unicorn was muzzled. Do you think that was for a reason? Because he might possibly be dangerous, or
I mean, for sure, maybe so it can't cast spells, but I could still talk to it. It spoke Infernal. I could hear it, more or less. Unless there's like a specific enunciation it can't make to cast a spell. I don't know unicorn magic.
I've never seen a unicorn. I've heard about them. Have either of you seen a unicorn?
First time.
Yeah, I've never seen one either.
Just a small correction. Unicorns are celestials.
Oh.
Was the word I was looking for and couldn't think of.
But it speaks in front.
Correct.
So, hear me out. Bad idea. Get unicorn. Just said.
so-
First of all, I'd like to say you all are a violent group. And I like it. But I agree with Henry. I think we should come at the cover of night with a plan.
We also have things that we're trying to achieve, like already. That's like a side hustle way down the road, maybe.
Well, I mean, but the unicorn's here now is what I'm saying. We don't know what he's going to do with it. And the unicorn is the key to this for me. I don't really care if the guy lives.
Yeah, but is he really gonna sell a unicorn for 10K anytime soon?
I mean, I've never seen one, so. I mean,
If you would have asked me yesterday if he was going to sell an elephant for 800, I would have said no.
We didn't know this place existed.
Henry, what about you? Did he, I don't know, seem like he was a magic caster of any kind, or did he just seem like a crazy old dude selling animals?
Well, as a somewhat crazy old dude, I can say with some confidence that, DM, can I make an insight check to see if he had any kind of magic, if I got any magical vibes off him? Or is it too
Snapped
late?
his fingers.
Yeah.
He snapped his fingers and opened the cage.
Well,
go ahead. I'll let you make one in retrospect. It'll be at disadvantage though.
Perfect.
Right.
That's gonna be a. Why can't I see my insight? There it is. It's gonna be an 8.
Nice.
Okay. With an 8, I mean, you saw him snap his fingers and the door opened, so there's enough there to know that he does some sort of magic. Whether or not he's a magical creature or something like that, or if, he wasn't like seeping magic with an 8. If that makes sense.
Yes. Well, he's got something cooking, but who knows? You live long enough, you pick up some tricks.
Yeah, fair enough. Vince Iyer is right, and Kid is as well. We do have a pretty important task at hand, but he's in the business of selling animals, so if there's anything I would want, probably got to do it now, not really wait. And if he is just a normal old dude, I can't imagine it being that difficult to kill.
And if he's not a normal old dude, maybe it has something to do with the other stuff that we're doing.
Yeah.
Well, we could bite off a bit more than we're ready to quite chew. But yeah, I'm down for whatever, as long as we have a plan ahead of time. Like, we're not just gonna walk right back in there and start throwing fists. We're gonna think about it. Personally, I think, 10K for a unicorn, the dude's not gonna sell him anytime soon. We know where he is. And if we still want the unicorn, when we come back to end his life, we could probably get the information out of him first on where he sold it to and still track it down.
Yeah. Well, whatever you think. I don't fully understand the importance of the unicorn other than it's super rare, but whatever you guys want to do, I was just down to kill him.
Yeah, we do have a lead on the celestial orb, and that has a lot of baggage with it. And me personally, this is me riding 15 feet in the air on the back of Julius, looking down upon the plebs. I think that maybe we should, just follow through with the thing that we've already committed quite a bit of debauchery to achieve, and not commit, some random murder for a potentially murderous horse.
Yeah.
That will probably just run away immediately after.
No, I agree. I would definitely like to find out more about this celestial orb as well, especially now that we have some leads as to its potentially last known location.
So you're all gonna have to fill me in on this. What is a celestial orb?
That's
a good question.
for a while.
Great question.
Very good
None of us-
question.
If you have any insight, we'd love to hear it.
Yeah, insight check. Does Bridget know what the fuck we're talking about? Is she lying?
I would also like to make that insight
Is
check.
she just making small talk to feel like she's one of the group?
I just want you to tell me what is going on. What have I got?
Above table, I know this sneaky bitch is up to something. Genuinely, do I believe that Bridget actually does not know what the celestial orb is?
Kid's sitting on Julius like Caesar, like, hey.
Everyone who wants to make
Natural 20 for a 23.
I rolled a 21.
I rolled a 4. Rolling hot tonight.
Natural 20 for 23.
So anyone over 16, you get the sense that it's a loaded question. The natural 20. I'm going to. Oh, this is good.
Who had the nat 20?
The person asking, that's who.
So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna tell Bridget what I'm telling Kit, but I'm going to tell Kit something that they pick up on in this, because I think this would be fun for role playing.
You're gonna text him.
No, I'm just gonna text it to him.
Okay. Tucker, to the bathroom. We must hide.
That'd be funny.
Oh, she's a sneaky bitch.
Yeah, you guys would listen through the door.
True.
I'd just back up 5 feet.
There's really awkward staring contest between Bridget and I, and everyone's just like standing around us.
What's going on? Oh god.
The only one who
down.
really knows anything about it is Kazimak.
I wish that
And-
were true.
And our benevolent benefactor.
Who's that?
That was satire.
Just,
Yeah.
Hmm.
Who is it that we're working for?
hey,
I mean, kind of ourselves.
yeah, we're really
Well,
kind of trying to figure out.
I mean, everyone's motives here
are
are
you
purely
sure about
selfish.
that?
Let's get that out of the way first and foremost. Don't
So-
worry.
Hear about that?
yeah. Right before you came, there was this really lovely magical woman who sent us on a task. She's a hag, but you know, she's got a task for us, and that's what we're heading out to now. Gotta find a library.
Sitting on the back of Julius, I'm like, weird, Bridget. You haven't heard all of the craziness that's been going around about, like, everyone seems to be looking for it from here to Calypso, even up in High Watch.
Oh, I've heard. I just don't know what it is. I wanted to know if you knew.
We imagine it's some type of orb.
Yeah,
Possibly, yes, quite possibly.
something magical, maybe.
Oh, quite probably, yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Any insight you could potentially give would be well appreciated, but none of us have any idea what it is, or even what it looks like, or if it's even an orb. It might be something totally different.
I'm Team Orb.
I also think it is probably an orb given the name, but you never know.
It's a fucking dodecahedron.
Yeah. Just a square cube.
Yeah.
What the hell? Hidden in plain sight.
Cube. Celestial cube didn't quite roll off the tongue as nicely as celestial orb.
Oh, if you see it, false translation, cube, or same thing.
But
What I mean, no idea.
So then we should get going then, huh?
Well, we have to.
or we stay the
figure this-
night. We haven't really fleshed that out yet. We got.
I do need to get. I'm gonna pat Julius on the back, just like I do need to get Big Boy home now, so we could sleep.
In full disclosure, Kit, I'm gonna need a day.
Okay, I mean,
So we gotta feed him today.
Well,
And we need to somehow send word to Arena.
Can
Right?
we just walk back to the?
I mean, we could just walk back.
so why? Just out of curiosity, Kit. We bought this giant creature that could be immensely useful potentially, and also a tremendous burden, but incredibly useful. And we're leaving it at home.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, Vinsire said that Julius doesn't really want to. I mean, I guess he's down to partake, but he really wants bananas in equal pay, and I don't want to ask a lot of them just yet. I mean, we could.
I mean,
We would be lying to a new compatriot off the jump.
well,
It's
can
nothing new. Nothing new. Par for the course.
I mean, it is an animal, though. At the end of the day, just like a horse, right? So
I will say, Julius is a pretty chill guy.
Can he
I'll
do
throw that out
math? Can he do math? Can he do addition?
Andrew, I would like to somebody carry me. I'll ritually cast Speak with Animals. You guys continue your conversation. I'm in the middle of something.
Chit, I feel like your return on investment was better spent at a casino than buying an elephant.
I mean, I don't ever really have use for money. I'm a monk. We just kind of, as we get it, we let it go, kind of thing.
Clearly, as we can see, you have obviously let it go.
I mean, I'm sorry that I'm living my life the way I want to, and you're living your life by way of a book of 12 people said something. So, who's really living?
Ooh.
I can agree with that one. I'm gonna have to agree with Kid on this one, Ron. Book of 12 people.
You have a book of a one wrong person.
Well, it's more real than your 12. And that's a fact.
How is that a fact?
On
Pretty
God.
believe in God.
On God.
This is often debated here.
Accepted.
You know, I have an idea. Brom, I've actually never heard you speak too much of religion. Well, Vinsire's here doing his weird thingy. Why don't you regale us with tales of the gods and try to convert me?
Guys, I'll try to go faster.
Make a religion check.
1. I actually don't know anything about it.
It was all a front.
15.
What's your background? Your actual background?
Claire.
No, that's your class. What's your actual background?
Like charlatan, criminal.
Second, I did it. I just fucking.
It matters because if it's
Yeah,
priest,
yeah.
you get advantage on this roll.
Priest.
Heretic.
Nice.
No.
Heretic.
Good. So no roll. What'd you roll?
Just 15.
15. So yeah, you know the basics, right? You know the basics in and out. You know the 12 prime deities. You are at the lowest tier. Excuse me. The lowest tier of the kind of martial side of the Deborian theocracy, right? So you're like the entry level tier. You've been in this for a handful of years, but you're not.
This is my first traveling.
Yeah,
outside
you're a
the
knight, but
Yeah.
you're not like you're a third, like a knight of the third order, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you know about the 12 prime deities, you know their domains, what they're known for, and the basic rituals associated with each. But you've not quite mastered any of them specifically yet. But you've kind of can talk intelligent. It's like it'd be like if you knew all the Abrahamic religions enough to be able to like talk about them.
Okay.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah, same thing. You're able to talk about 12 separate religions in pretty good detail, but you're not an expert in any of them. The 12 prime deities in no particular order of precedence, and I even got to bring it up because it's a lot to remember. Anam, who is the overlord of the giant pantheon, is one of the protection gods. Heomin, Kronos, the god of time. Ethio, Helm, Caliber, Kerametra, the goddess of the harvest and nature. Lolth, goddess of deception. Odessa Thesis, the prince of dreams. Obviously, his domain is dreams. Shar, the goddess of war. And Umberly, the goddess of the sea. Heomin is the goddess of brownies and friendship.
I remember.
If anyone needs a refresher there.
So when above table, so when Brahm tells us, is it very textbook
Yeah.
answers
It is
versus like
you guys wouldn't know this, right?
Yeah.
But that is what Deboria, that is very much how it is taught.
Mhm.
It's a theocracy, so everyone is raised and has been for over 300 years under a theocracy of some sort. And 15 years ago, when the Prime Pantheon was established, the theocracy switched to worshiping just the 12 gods in the Prime Pantheon. Every other worship any god outside of the 12 gods in Deboria is illegal. Plain and simple. So yes, it's delivered very textbook.
Previously, before the 15 years, was it just free for all?
No, whoever was elected id, whoever the random person was that was elected id by the council. So anybody that was an actual member of the church. So next time they elect an id, which is every 8 years, he will vote. He will be called back to Deboria to vote. He will put his a name in that cannot be his own into a magical device. Think Goblet of Fire. And then boom, it is selected from amongst them, the highest number of votes, and the people are, that's it. Like that's it. And that in the past, whoever their god was is who the official god of the theocracy was. So if you wanted stability, right, you would elect someone young because at least then you get 50 years,
of the same gods.
of the same gods, right? Or you could, because the id can be reelected. So
that's what Brahm tells us, basically.
yeah, he just tells you about the 12 prime deities. Yeah. I'm not going to make him try to remember that.
No.
I created some of it and I can't remember it. So nice.
Very interesting. Very interesting. I almost fell asleep there for a moment, but I hung in there. That was good. It was very good.
Midsire, your spell goes off.
All right. As soon as it pops. Hey, Julius. Real quick,
Yes.
time to think. 9 plus 3.
What's that?
Yes, this is just Andrew.
What's that?
If you had 9 bananas and I gave you 3 more, how many bananas would you have?
A lot of bananas.
He is a dumb animal.
I thought you would be better than this, Julius. I'm not gonna lie, but fair enough. You ready to learn math?
What's math?
Oh boy, I know somebody's gonna teach you great math. This is gonna be awesome.
But when he does speak with animals, is he speaking common or is he speaking elephant? Like, can I understand?
I
him?
will speak in Druidic because fuck you. That's why.
So speak with animals. It's unclear, really, right? So it's kind of up to the GM. So I've always imagined it as you have formed a magical connection with an animal and are able to speak with those animals.
It's
Like the
not-
wild thornberries.
Yeah,
It's not like a comprehend language type thing.
yeah. It's not like you're speaking elephant and can now speak elephant. It's you can speak common and they understand you.
That's what he's
And
talking common.
yeah,
Oh.
he's not like telepathic. He's just talking to an elephant
Yeah.
normally. Yeah.
So, Vinsire, he's unable to. So he is just as. I bet if you ask any of these other animals, these horses, same thing.
Not Midnight. She's fucking right. That one I can tell.
All right.
Did you find
Vinsire,
Midnight?
ask the same question to Midnight. Let's see.
Midnight, 9 plus 3. No time to think. Shoot, go.
What's? Oh, sorry, that was the elephant. What's that?
Henry, he said, "What is 9?"
They are all the same. I'm telling you.
Well, I held out hope. She's a beautiful beast.
Hey, Sheldon. What's 9 plus 3?
12.
That's oh. I believe this shit. Sheldon's incredibly intelligent.
You would say that though, Vinsire, because it is your pet. So of course you would say that he got this fake.
I'm gonna spend the rest of my life researching a way to cast Speak with Animals on you, and you're gonna experience this.
Whatever you wish to dedicate your life to, Vinsire.
I'll find a sorcerer. They're out there.
Vinsire, can you talk to Philip?
Well,
I've tried, Philip. No.
I do hate to break up the kumbaya amongst the animals, but this is getting kind of, I don't know, circular conversation. It's not really doing much for us. Are we pressing on north, or are we killing this dude?
We
I
agreed
think- I
to
think we
press on
press
north.
on.
That was a pretty done deal, like
Huh?
4 or 5 minutes ago.
We've been walking this whole time.
Yeah. Now our only question is, do we take? I'm sorry. What was it? Julius? Is that what it was?
Julius.
Yeah. Do we take Julius with us, or do we leave him at the bastion?
We did get a saddle for Julius. How big is the saddle, by the way? How many people can fit in the saddle?
It's a one-person saddle. It's like a big-ass horse saddle. It's comical. Like comical.
Just
Like the
hundreds of
strap-
pounds of leather.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the straps are just it's just a big-ass girth strap. They basically took a horse saddle, right, and built a new tree for it that fit the ridges of an elephant's back and plopped it on there. That's all it is. It sits on like an elevated platform, so it's got like 4 or 5 inches of like lift, so you can actually like put your legs down and like let them fall over the
So
elephant.
do the splits.
Yeah.
Took 3 cows' hides to get this done.
I have a passive feature that lets me know where I can find specific. Where would I go to find some bananas in this continent? Could I find them on here?
So that feature specifically, you still have to do a thing. Like you still got to like tap into that.
You gotta tap into the mainframe.
Yeah, you got to tap into that.
Julius,
You gotta open a devs folder and check.
And you can do that. I mean, you can just do that through grass. Like it doesn't have to be anything crazy.
I can see him bending over the grass. Hey, you guys want bananas?
I don't have to talk to the grass. I just have to touch it.
Yep.
Touch grass, man.
Guys, I'm gonna touch some grass real quick. I just feel lonely.
Yeah, you reach down,
I'm
Vincent.
just looking for bananas.
You touch down, you reach out. There
Those are
are
the weeds.
you reach out for bananas. You've seen these before through the guy. And you reach out looking for them, that you find some very, very, very far away across a great expanse of water.
Ah.
Don't
Yeah,
exist.
there's probably shipments coming in. We'll have to. I'll be able to find some seeds somewhere.
I'm not saying it's on a different continent. There are islands
Yeah.
that are on Zata, but it's across water.
Okay. Do I have a direction?
North.
Perfect.
We're going that way.
Bananas are a delicacy.
No. This is a great point. We either walk him back now, or we wait till we find the biggest tree any of us have ever seen. I try to make him a little smaller.
Vinsire, make a nature check. I'm just gonna.
Based on the wording of
I'm gonna
these
speed
spells,
this conversation along.
based on the wording of these spells, it's technically possible. But I did roll a 29.
Okay. With a 29, you're smart enough to know. You know enough about animal biology through your druidic teachings that an elephant will be just fine eating a shit ton of grass. It's not gonna be happy because you promised this specific this elephant bananas, but it could survive on a diet of grass. It will have to eat a shit ton of grass, but it can survive on grass and roughage and shrubs and shit.
With a 29, could I insight kind of think about what an alternative sweet treat would be that I could allure him with? Like a particular nut or berry that is not a banana?
I feel like for a role that I instigated, I gave you a lot by 29.
But I rolled a 29.
I know. But you would have rolled nothing.
That's
I
so
instigated
high.
I know. I gave you a solution to your problem. And you're looking at gift horse in the mouth. Damn it, Tucker.
My feet are crossed and on my lap.
I saw you move and I saw the camera die. That's what I saw.
All right.
No camera time.
All right.
If you want to make a separate check, specifically for that, but the roll that I had for that, what you rolled, was specifically to find the alternate food source.
Thank you, God, for your all your fairness.
It's the base level rations that comes with a traveler's kit. Does it have sugar in it by any chance? Like a sugar cube? That's very much your discretion because it does not say.
If not, I could probably find some cane.
I mean, bless you. I would imagine so. I can't imagine a world that revolves around tea, a fantasy world that revolves around tea, which you guys haven't really explored in this Unsata yet, but there are tea shops in some of the cities. But it kind of revolves around this tea, I would imagine so. So yes, I will say that there are sugar cubes, but we're not going to start being oh, I got 30 days worth of rations, so I got 30 days worth of sugar cubes. Because the moment you start saying, oh, I'm breaking open my ration kit and grabbing my spaghetti out, I'm going to start making you track rations. So tread lightly, breaking into a ration kit for a solution.
No. I just wanted to, as he's trying to ponder if bananas have a substitute, I'm going to just check. I'm going to pull out a sugar cube since magically I thought it and it came out. It came out of my pocket. And I'm just going to reach down and wave it in front of Julian's eyes and be like, do you want it? And I'll just hold a little white sugar cube in front of his face.
Yeah, his trunk's gonna reach out and snap it up, kind of feel around with it, put it in his mouth, kind of smacks his lips for a bit. See a little elephant smile come up. Vinsire, you still have speak with animals up. You would hear Julius goes, ooh, That was yummy.
See, Julius, not so bad. But also, as we're going, buddy, feel free to get some grass to stay full. You know, gotta keep your digestive tract full while we get these bananas. You know, make sure you keep grazing. It's important.
When?
It's gonna be gaslighting.
When we're
In 9 hours, we'll count them down. All right.
Right. Don't forget.
I'm not, he does not do that. They keep do time.
Absolutely not, my man.
So I guess we're taking Julius. We should probably put the saddle on at some point. But I mean, for right now, I'm fine with just like sitting on his neck.
Yeah. So, elephant, stat block, as follows, right? I'm not giving you a pet that has trample. I'm not giving you a pet that does damage. I'm giving you a. You will discover this later on, but an animal who will do nothing for you other than eat bananas and let you ride him.
That's
So,
fine.
And honestly, that's more than enough.
Julius.
Wasn't expecting anything
Julius
else.
moves at the speed of a horse. Okay. Julius consume. I will be tracking. You know, if you take Julius to a fucking desert, Julius is dying. Okay. I'm just gonna tell you right now. Unless you're magically creating food and water for Julius, that motherfucker's dead. All right. It ain't magical. This is a normal ass elephant that you guys are now taking across country, halfway across the fucking.
How do you think they used to do it in the olden days, my guy?
Yeah. So you guys have this elephant.
What do you mean, you guys?
yeah.
I'm responsible for this fucking house.
So you guys now, as a party, have an elephant and some horses.
We have a walking food supply.
Yeah, so there you go. So 60 feet, elephant can go, you know, same movement speed, same statistics, all that of a horse, right? It's a horse with flair because it's fun.
The reskinned horse.
A damn near 800 gold horse.
I am a 4-foot humanoid on top of a 15-foot elephant.
Now, he's got I will tell you this, he's got a shit ton of carrying weight. I don't remember what it is, but it's a fuck ton. It's like 500 pounds or some shit. So you can put a lot on this dude.
I could, in theory, make multiple bags of holdings. You could carry tens of thousands.
If they're bags of holdings, then is it not?
It's like it's not infinite now.
Interesting.
It's a fraction of the weight, right?
I can't remember what it is exactly, but it's not. It's a lot, but it's not.
So, with that, you guys set up north out of Blackmore and find a ferry. So we're not going to spend a ton of time. There's an intricate, I wouldn't say intricate, but there's a pretty robust ferry system that exists here in Blackmore, right? It's for obvious reasons. People got to come and go. A lot of people like to visit here because there's a lot of illicit goods you can get here that you can't find anywhere else. Because a lot of the stolen goods from around the continent and the world end up here at the casino. Okay. You guys experienced that at the Shadowy Emporium and saw some of the stuff and are beneficiaries of an infernal battle standard of that, right? So, with all that being said, you guys set north, you find a ferry. I won't make you roll or role play it. So, as a group, it is 5-person ahead, okay? That includes your horses. So, each of you, it's a 5 gold for your horse, 5 gold for you. It is 50 gold to get this fucking elephant across on a ferry.
This thing is gonna believe you. It's
Walk over to Vinsire and be like, "Hey, I don't have any money."
Vinsire.
I'll give the man-
I really need you to-
I'll
Sorry,
pay the
Gus?
piper 80 gold, and I'll give him an extra 5 because it's a fucking elephant.
Okay. Vinsire, just for flavor, I'll say you've recast, you're walking, you've recast the spell Speak with Animals. And as Kid is like telling you he doesn't have any money to like get the elephant across the water, like out of Blackmore essentially, Julius is just going, when? I could use one now. And it's just like tapping Kit's shoulder.
constantly.
Tapping Kit's shoulder like for a banana.
Handing the man 85 gold, saying, "Have you ever seen a banana? Know where I can find a seed?"
Oh, I saw one of those not so long ago, I think. What is that? One of those orange round orange ones, right?
So close. Yellow and kind of phallic.
Oh, talking about dick fruit. Yeah, I've seen one of them.
Dick
Yeah,
fruit,
see
as
one
they
of
are
them.
colloquially known around here. I now know, yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, every once in a while you'll see some come on a barge.
My boy Julius here loves munching on dicks. All right, he can't get enough. You see how he keeps touching my shoulder? That's all he wants, dick fruit. So I gotta.
They're pretty good. But no, can't help you. Sorry.
Well, give me one of them gold back.
All right, make sure you guys deduct all your gold. So you get on the ferry. It takes you about the rest of the day, right? There's a lot. It's a lot of water to cover. Okay. Damn it! I need to fix that during the break. This is really gonna bother me. So I don't know why. Yeah,
My legs.
it's definitely tired. 100% Tucker. Tucker's not at the table. When Tucker's not at the table, this is not a problem that we have, right? Like, see? That's it, he says.
I'm moving all the cables as far away. Now I can't even.
That's it. Go sit on the other side of the table.
All right. So,
it's the white cable, not the black cable.
essentially, the ferry can get you guys across the lake in a single day, okay? So, the ferry gets you across the lake, riding the currents in a certain pattern that they know. They get you guys across the lake by the end of day. By the time you get off the barge, you find yourselves at kind of like a makeshift. Think of it as like a lakeside campsite, basically. It's what this is. Like, it's routinely used by people just like you who caught the ferry in the morning. Yeah, place the bed down before starting the journey out of Blackmore, right? So you guys find yourselves at this campsite around 8 p.m. The sun is down. It is dark out. Just remind me, and just raise your hand digitally, please. Who has dark vision?
So everyone with them too.
I have 120 feet, if that matters.
Same.
I don't believe you do.
Oh, I do actually.
You do?
60 feet.
Okay, so just you.
Hello.
You and Julius are fucking struggling, man. Let me tell you. You guys are not doing well out here. So, you guys start to make camp. I assume start to make camp. I don't know.
I mean, I won't, but Clive or Jenkins or whatever the hell I name my unseen servant will.
Okay. So as you guys kind of set to make camp for the evening, then just to get there, you guys can role play. But as you guys are making camp, you notice a couple things. One, looks like it could storm, possibly. Like it's on the horizon. It just looks, even though it's dark, it's one of those things like the moon's out, right? And you can kind of see off in the distance like that grayness. It's that, right? So it's unclear if it's just a cloud front moving in or if it's a storm. Okay, that's the first thing you notice. Two, this is a fairly, I don't want to say secure, right? There's no like defenses, but like it's a well-established campsite. There is an area that's got a fire pit, like where you're supposed to put your logs. It's got like logs that have been toppled for bench seating. Like it's very clearly defined.
It's a KOA.
Yeah, it's basically a KOA. Yeah, it's basically a KOA. Yeah, I'm describing a KOA. But that's what it is, right? So you guys have like this well-defined area. There's about 50 feet between you and like the untroddenness, right? So like where the grass gets tall, where people haven't recently camped, where there haven't been wagons, stuff like that. You can see kind of going off in the distance north, a small kind of like wagon trail that kind of veers off in the distance. And that is the scene. So with all that said, go ahead and role play and do whatever you want to do as you guys set up camp and prepare for your long rest.
Where are we?
You are on the north side of Lake Blackmore.
Hop off of Julius and like pull out another. I'm gonna assume I have like 10 sugar cubes. I feel like that's a fair amount in an initial pack for like a week's worth of tea time.
You want to have 10 sugar cubes, Chris?
5. I have 4 now that I've spent 4 sugar cubes left. I will pull out. will pull out that ones, and I have 3. I have tracked my sugar cube consumption for the day. I'm gonna give it to Julius, and I'm be like, eat. There's grass. There's trees. I'm gonna be over making a fire. And I'm gonna look to Vince there, like, I don't know if he understood any of that. But yeah.
I'll use a spell slot. Julius, do you get when he talks to you?
I'm sorry.
When Kit is talking to you, do you understand?
What's a kit?
The tiny little person, or I guess fox-looking person next to you.
Oh, rodent.
I'm gonna keep that to myself, but yes.
Yeah. No.
So that's Kit.
Oh. Okay.
So we're gonna have to work out some signals, and you're gonna have to. I know you got a steel trap for a noggin. We're gonna work out like a tap system, you know. He gives you she gives you 3 taps, you know. Feel free to graze. She gives you 2 taps, you know. We're getting ready to go. 1 tap, you know. Just be paying attention.
This doesn't.
Into this, I made this system up. You have any input? Now's the time. We got 10 minutes to sort this out.
Doesn't sound much like a partnership.
Yeah.
We're developing communication. How else do you have a healthy partnership, Julius?
I was promised bananas.
In 9 hours, when the sun goes up and down, that's 1 hour. So in
Just fucking gaslighting the shit out of
Julius's trunk. Elephants are wise. They have a very high wisdom score for a fucking animal. Julius's trunk points up to the fucking moon and goes, "It's later now. I'm hungry.
get some grass, my man. Fill up.
I wanted bananas."
Just leave in the middle of the night.
I fully expect to wake up and Julius to be gone.
You can't hobble an elephant.
It was worth it while it lasted.
I'm sure we could track him down.
So, that's your interaction with Julius. Julius kind of stomps off and starts eating some grass.
I would like
get some
to
water out of the
for
lake.
my role DM instead of role playing. I would like to be foraging. I'm looking for fruit or sweet things. We can
Okay.
take that.
So this is remember we are in a swamp.
Yep.
So there are like some berries and stuff. So go ahead and make a survival check.
Okay.
You don't. It's not like an either or thing. You don't have to like. Oh, I want to roll, so I can't ever role play for the rest of the night. So
Well, I figured like I'll be gone for this portion. Like if
Okay.
anyone tries to talk to me.
I see.
I rolled a 25.
Okay. Yeah, you find a decent amount of berries. I'd say probably like 2 or 3 dozen berries. Not nearly enough to satisfy an elephant.
Right.
I mean, a lot. 2 or 3 dozen berries is good for a human, right? Great. Not so much for an elephant.
That's a single peanut for an elephant.
This is very
Single
quickly.
peanut would be a single peanut.
I was gonna say.
This is very
You son of
quickly.
a bitch. Don't you dare.
This is very quickly becoming the parent trying to keep the kid's pet alive.
Oh, don't worry. I'm enjoying the burden that has been placed on the party. I have no intent. Julius is the most loyal fucking elephant you've ever met in your life.
The burden is mine. The burden is clearly fallen directly on
I
me.
have no burden.
Financial burden,
This
communication.
you guys is well over $1,000.
No sluts.
Yeah. This is day 1, and it's already cost 1,000 gold. So
Financial ruin.
as you guys see Vinsire goes off and forages. He's looking for. You see him picking berries out of bushes. What are the rest of you guys doing? Let's start. I'm going to start with Bridget. So Bridget, what are we doing?
Bridget's going to be setting up her cooking stuff, because she is the cook, and she's going to start making whatever with whatever rations we have. She pulls out a jar of pickled herrings and offers it to the group. Hey, while I'm cooking, does anybody want any?
Get that shit away from me.
Oh, no, man.
There's a
From
fucking
the edge of the
everywhere.
woods, do I smell pickled herrings?
I'm gonna run over. Oh, I'm famished, and she's gonna grab like 2 out of the jar and just like flick it in the direction of Henry, and then toss it down her gullet.
I'm gonna look at Kazmat.
firebolt.
We don't agree on a lot, but this we do.
I don't understand how a sentient creature could consume that.
You'll notice that she doesn't eat any. She's just cooking, but she offers it to the group.
Poison.
I'm just gonna hang out in the kitchen now, next to Bridget, just shooting the shit, eating pickled herring.
The kitchen? Is there an actual kitchen? We're just by the fire, right?
Yeah, the camping kitchen.
Smell the pickled herring.
I'm sorry.
Does Julia smell the pickled herring?
So
have no idea.
so Bridget, you which above table refresh my memory, you've been with us for a day or like how long?
Basically,
Okay.
she came into your employ yesterday, like around this time yesterday. She came in and answered the summons for the steward, like the cook position,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
But it was actually the fine print. It was actually for like a steward position on the road
Yeah.
to like take care of you guys. So
Yeah, I just wanted to double check.
Yep.
See how well. So, I also kind of like sit down. So tell me a little bit about yourself. What I guess you cook. You're they're gonna be the one making sure we all get fed. But what brings you here? Just work, gold, adventure.
Well, yeah, as I've mentioned to you yesterday, I came to the continent and I've just been kind of traveling around trying to figure out, find some work and see what it is this grand old world. And I guess I've been commissioned to help you all. By the way, what is it that we're doing? No one really has ever explained that to me. Am I just here following you guys around? What sort of danger have I put myself in?
I'm not sure what the letter that was sent out said, but we were looking for a cook.
Mhm.
So, as far as what danger, I mean, I died a few days ago, so it's this gig is actually incredibly dangerous. Believe it or not. I don't really I don't think any of us truly know what we're doing at the moment. We're really just kind of piecing it together as we go.
Well, I'm going to Europe, so I
Yeah,
have business there.
I'm just gonna like lean in a little bit. I don't know what god you follow, but this dude is gonna try to convert you, so
Someone say God?
stay away.
Someone say God? Is there a God? What?
So we don't know what we're doing.
No, we have a rough idea, a rough outline, if you will. We're searching for a library.
Pretty innocuous.
That's where it starts. That's where it ends.
Yeah.
Kind of just, taking it day by day, doing the thing.
And this celestial orb is at the library?
Presumably.
Yeah, allegedly. I mean, no one knows for sure.
Well, worst case scenario, there's information at the library that could take us to Celestial Orb. This is what I've pieced together.
It
Yes.
could be. And you've never. You said you came to this continent, which above table. I was not here for this. Actually, introduce yourself. So, well, which continent did you from?
Houston.
I have no idea where that is. Where that is?
Not a continent. It is a island in Zata.
Oh, sorry. Oh,
Where the William poo is.
So what was that?
Alright.
It's up. This is now Kit. It's up. North. The folk tale of the whirlpool and the sea serpent, up north,
huh.
like northeast.
Yeah, no, I know from lore where it is. What you said? You just came to this continent just looking for work? Is there not work up there, or are you just looking to see what else is out in the world, or?
Yeah, to be quite honest with you, Houston is pretty boring. So I wanted to see what was going on in Zata, and I came here about 6 months ago, and I saw the ad in the paper, and here I am.
Well, if nothing else, you will definitely get adventure.
Yes.
In quotation marks.
Yeah, adventure. It, has its potential run-ins with murder and
Certain.
tomfoolery,
Also certain.
hard choices for some, easy for others. But I'm sure you'll be fine.
Speaking of choices, has anyone decided what we're doing with the celestial orb once we've found it?
No, I mean,
Maybe we keep this one to ourselves. Awful curious for a cook.
yeah, I was.
I'm
Bridget?
helping you, and I'm assuming you're going to ask for my help.
Oh, yes, certainly.
Unless you just expect me to cook, in which case, that's
No.
all.
Well, what do you do? I mean, you cook clearly, but are you a healer, or are you good with swords, or do you make things with?
I'm pretty good with swords. I can talk to people, find out information if I need to. I mean, I've gotten this far in my life, my long years as an elf. I can be of use to you if you let me know things.
Do you have a tight 5?
Top 5 skills.
No, a tight 5, like a stand-up comedy routine.
Um,
Well, what? You said you're. I mean, clearly you're an elf, and you've been around a while. I'm surprised you never heard of the celestial orb, considering all that allegedly happened when it disappeared.
right. No, like I said, I know what it is. I've heard about it in legends, but never heard of anyone actually seeking it. And it seems like you guys know where it is. So I probably have more.
Yeah. I mean, well, you I guess come up with find any memories of anything about it, or anyone who ever talked about it. You've been around probably longer than most of us, so.
I know the
How
Great
long?
Bird is looking for us, and I know a war was started over it.
How old are you?
Oh, I'm about 300 years old.
Motherfucker.
Henry, not the oldest one in the group still, huh?
Well, apparently I never was, but it's bullshit.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, you can't really you can't beat me on that title, Brom. Doesn't just change.
Well, I'm just saying he got knocked down a peg again.
I mean, yeah, he's the youngling, and it happens.
Ugh, the disrespect. I'm gonna go sit in my hut.
Kazmak, how old are you?
Yeah, wait, what'd you say?
I pull up, pop a berry in my mouth. How old are you? I was just listening, eavesdropping here.
Are you talking to me, Kazmai?
Yeah.
I 30, 32, 31.
Brom?
That was a range of numbers. Do
You know,
not know?
I never really counted, until I was told I was 10, so I guess somewhere in that range. Not really something super relevant, I've ever thought.
That's really odd that they just told you one day that you were an age,
Well,
and then you just loosely counted after that.
well, I mean,
Birthday or anything?
you're born and then you exist for a certain amount of time and then you die. It does.
But you all don't celebrate like the day that you were born.
What do you mean?
I mean that really it makes sense, to be quite honest. So we don't need to carry this on any further.
I'm just gonna have like a handful, like 20 of the berries. Big, small constellation, Julius. Give that to him.
Yeah, Julius scoffs him up.
And then we'll give like everybody 2 to 3 berries because there's some left over. Everybody gets a little bit of berries. If you want them, you don't have to eat them.
I want blood.
I will give my rations of berries to Julia since I got pickled herring to munch on. You're in your tent. I want to see it.
Well, since we're setting up camp, Henry, do you want to do that little hut thing again? Looks like it might rain at some point.
Henry's over sitting like on his bed, like doing this.
Oh.
Like, this
Ah.
is what I'm doing. Get in or stay out. It's your choice. Look.
I'll just walk closer to him so I'm in it when it's cast.
I'll do the same.
And then I'll have Adam continue making my bed, making sure it's comfy.
Yeah. So as you guys settle in for your long rest, you guys are in the hut. You're safe. There's a trickle of rain that does come. Small thunderstorm, nothing big, nothing scary. Just a small thunderstorm. As you guys sleep, Brom, you are visited by a vision.
No magic.
I'm going to say this one time, so I'll ask everyone to be quiet. And I'll say it nice and slow. All right. Well, I mean, I don't want to I'm not going to rush through it as my meeting. All right. Brom, in this vision, there is a room of gold. You're viewing this from like the third person view, like sitting in the corner of the room. It's a room of marble and stone and gold. In the center of this room, amidst 12 pillars, is a large wooden table. It is massive, 40, 50 feet in length. Arranged around this table are 12 beings, 12 gods. You recognize them from their iconography that a lot adorns the thrones that they sit upon around this table. 12 gods meet in a large war room. A map of the heavens is laid before them. Beneath, an army gathers at the gates of hell. As the vision fades, you hear the cackling of laughter. Bridget, as you're sleeping, at one point in the night, you hear the cackling of laughter, but nothing else. So, with that, we're going to go to break, and we'll pick up at the bottom of the long rest with another vision. So, one of you's going to get something. Who's it going to be? Only I know. All right, so see you guys after the break. And welcome back from the break. As we come back, as promised, Kazamak, you awake in the night. Adam stands over you. His eyes glow a dark yet bright glowing orange. In the voice of Adam, you hear, "You have been lazy. Find the orb. Bring down the Ordney. Kill the giants. Kill the giants. Kill the giants!" And you wake. And as you wake, you're covered in sweat. And as you look over, Adam sits on a log next to a dying fire, his eyes softly glowing orange.
Adam,
Adam responds.
come here.
Adam walks over.
Did you just wake me up?
No,
Have you been there all night?
I have. I have been watching.
Anything happen? Hear anything?
It is raining.
Alright. What time is it? Generally dark still?
It's dark. You check your watch.
Been 30 seconds. Alright, well, carry on. I'm just gonna go back, attempt to fall back asleep.
Okay.
And then just start demising a plan. Go forward.
So, as you guys wait from your long rest, you all get a long rest. You can reset your spell slots, all that fun stuff. Spellcasters, this is your daily reminder.
Change spells.
Change your spells. Henceforth, after this moment, once you close that spells tab, we are locked in. So,
Point of order.
yeah,
Since we when we take long rests, I'm now going to start doing my attunements or infusions rather, because I have to do it. It's after a long rest.
Okay.
That's the upgrade. That is the correct way to do it. So let's see. We'll just go with the classic. I'm gonna do a bag of holding. Can't go wrong with bag.
okay.
Bag of holding.
So, as you guys rise, begin your morning evolutions. Clean up, find a little bit of water. A couple things. Your horses are all there. Julius is here. Julius, throughout the night, has clearly been grazing. The grass in the immediate area, including all the leaves on the immediate surrounding trees that you can see, have been picked clean that are within his reach. He is devastated. Devastated. The local grassland overnight.
Entire ecology's gone.
Basically a football field's worth. Basically a football field's worth of turf has been eaten.
Can I hear their screams?
Yeah, I was gonna say, was Vince not gonna hear the screams all night?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was.
Well, I'm in the hut, so I don't hear shit. But
Correct. You're in the hut, but outside it would have been noisy. Correct.
It'd been a slaughter.
I'm gonna wake up and be like, hands on hips, be like, man, we're gonna start charging. That's a lot of lawn care. Vinsar, I think we can pay him off pretty quickly.
well, also, equal work, equal pay. He's, this is part of his pay, so he's getting paid right now.
I guess. I mean, that's a lot. I'm gonna like lean in and kind of whisper, even though he can't understand me. Like, I don't know. That's a lot of pay. We could get some pay back too.
I promise you, he is not. We're gonna have to give it to him. We're gonna have to find you guys some way to commune for a moment, because I can't. This intermediary thing can get really old really fast.
I mean, if you ever get really tired of it, I mean, we could always just push him back to the bastion. I mean, I don't want to make it a burden.
more of a time burden than anything. Specifically, how much time we at the table have spent on this fucking elf.
What do you mean? We don't have a table. It's a fire with logs around it.
So,
Sorry. I got.
I'm sure Bridget's making something.
Sorry, my mom is schizophrenic. There, I gotta get tested.
Cannon.
so as you guys are taking a look around in the daylight, right? So it as much as I painted it, right? It's basically, as Tucker described, a KOA campsite. So you got a basic campsite. There is indeed a road, a little trail that connects to like the main road that leads out of town, which is called. Let me pull it up. I'm sorry. So the map that I'm looking at, I don't even remember if I named it. Yeah. So the Midway. So the Midway runs from basically around Letty's Hold and Blackmore, north through Dunhollow, up to Sereft. So it's kind of the main drag here on the east side of Zata that gets you across the center of the country. So essentially you'll be on this trail for about a day. This is kind of like a loose trail. That will connect to the Midway, and the Midway will take you to Dunhollow, essentially to Dunhollow. You'll skip Letty's Hold completely. So you'll be going, the first stop would be Dunhollow. You guys, where you're starting out, I'll be generous. So 4 days worth of travel. So that is what you have before you as you eat your breakfast that Bridget has prepared. Bridget, go ahead and make a performance check for me, please.
I was gonna ask. I was wondering if I can do this.
When your player wants to play a cook, you'll play a cook.
Let him cook.
Let him cook.
30 20.
How much?
30 20.
Nice. Yeah, you guys. Rations aren't much, right? It's all dehydrated for the most part. So, minus like the fresh eggs that you guys have managed to scrounge up in your supplies. We don't really track rations. So, to be generous here, 21st morning, you've got some eggs that you brought with you from the kitchen, Bridget. So you scramble up some eggs. You brought along some sausage. And there's some vegetables that are been like dehydrated, just say like some tomatoes and things like that. You kind of mix that in, make a nice little scramble, and that is what with a dirty 20. So good little breakfast for your first day of travel here. As you guys sit around on the logs here around the dead campfire, what are we talking about? What are we doing?
As soon as I have finished my breakfast, I'm just gonna kind of.
Thanks for this one.
Well, I mean, is there anything we gotta wait on? I mean, really like to kind of continue
Like Dr. Pepper.
north while it's still early.
Do we have a map? Does any of us have a map, or is that
I
just
do.
kind of like a?
I bought one. I do have.
Okay, well, I'm gonna. Can you mind if I see it?
Yeah, sure.
And then just looking at it, like kind of recapping exactly what Andrew said, and be like, I mean, there's really no reason we can't, just kind of, make our way there now. I'm fine with pushing on pretty quickly, but I mean, we should definitely see what the others want to do. I know that Henry had talked about potentially stopping near Letty's Hold, and then Brahm's got his thing in Ure. That's not for probably another a week or more at least.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. I just would definitely like to, try and find out more about the orb sooner than later, given that it's got such crazy pretenses.
It can touch you now.
Potter? Can I make an Arcana check for Letty's Hold? Or do I have to be in the city?
This city.
So I'm gonna say you have to be in the city. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's how I have it designed.
Okay.
Meant meant to be that you can't plan your adventure around visiting places where those things might be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair
Well,
enough.
Assuming, Henry, do you still want to go to Letty's Hold, or are you fine with? Because looking at the map, we don't even really need to stop there.
Oh, well, I mean, if we, perhaps at some point, if we have time to stop by, I'd like to. Fun fact for all of you, I'm from Letty's Hold. I'm from the area, so it'd be nice to check in and just see how the area's doing. You know, ever since I left.
I mean, I can understand that, but I mean, we've got some pretty pressing matters that we're checking in versus checking in on our hometowns. But
No, absolutely. Everyone I probably knew at one point is probably dead.
that's a
So,
fair-
yeah.
Wow.
Thank you for establishing what we've already established, that I'm not even the oldest one here.
But you don't live very long, so.
To clarify, if we were to go to Letty's Hold,
Go ahead.
what the hell just happened? To clarify, if we were to go to Letty's Hold, it would be like a day detour or half day
Right.
detour.
It'd be a day.
Okay. I mean, Henry, is it really pressing matters, or is it literally just seeing your family or something?
No, I don't have any family.
Well,
I'm
I
out
know.
here rocking it solo.
Okay, well, if you don't mind, I mean, we could just come back later.
Sure. Yeah, I'll see it eventually before I die. Soon, apparently.
Yeah, probably not actually, Henry.
Henry, I'm just trying to make sure you understand what is at stake. Time is of the essence for you.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm gonna be as real as I've ever been with you right now.
Time is
May-
of the
maybe
essence.
probably not. Things are
I mean,
happening pretty fast.
To be honest, it could be good because it's going to take us a little bit of time to, we could stock up on rations there, and then I'll point to Julius 3 football fields away. He eats a lot, so I mean, it could be good if we get something, and maybe they'll have bananas. You never know.
It is a farming community, so they'll definitely have food, but I don't recall ever having bananas at.
Oh, they might have been colloquially known as dick fruit, I've been told.
Nordic fruit, but then again, I'm very old, and perhaps my memory's slipping.
I think you'd remember that, Henry.
Everyone remembers their first dick fruit. It's kind of hard.
Well, I mean, yeah, let's hit the road, I guess. Then you want to keep going? We've got to head back south at some point, anyways, right? So we can always stop in.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, we'll have to, I'm sure, depending on how the journey goes, get some sort of supplies on the way back.
Yes. As long as they're not being chased out by an army or something, which wouldn't be the first time, right?
That is true. From what you told us, at least.
What?
What?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to gather my things from Adam, put them on my back, and mount my steed.
As you guys pack up and get on the road, I will have Mike roll me a d6, please.
You mean Brom?
No, I mean Mike.
6.
Dragon.
So,
Great.
Remember that dragon you didn't kill in one shot? Suck, nerd.
so as you guys go throughout your day, pretty uneventful. The midway, or this isn't even in the midway yet. You're just kind of on a trail. This is kind of, you get the sense that this is kind of out of the way. It's not. Yes, it's a well-trodden campsite, but it's not like it's like a major port or anything, right? So you don't see anybody at all on the road as you were traveling on this trail. And you stand out. Kit, from atop your 15-foot tall steed, you see pretty far with your passive perception. It is kind of low bog for the entire first day. It's runoff from the lake. It's all of that, right? So it's kind of what you're in. It's kind of marshy here, swampy, however you want to look at it. but you get muddy, mucky as you go. You're not dry throughout Kit stays dry throughout the day. The rest of you would get a little damp. Even those on horseback, you'd get muddy. But as you guys go throughout the day, anything that you want to talk about or roll?
I would ride up next to Bridget. Hey, Bridget.
Hmm?
What, you said you've... I mean, it sounds like you're somewhat of an adventurer and you've been around for some time, and you've never come across any other giants, maybe not quite as similar to me, but I haven't seen any in quite a decent amount of time, at least. I know there's rumors of other clans, but never seen them.
We don't have any giants on Halcyon.
But what?
There are giants on Halcyon?
Oh, no giants on
Well, I mean, oh, all right. Well, what about the 6 months that you've been here on the mainland? Have you come across any, or?
Have I seen giants in Zata? No.
And we are a relatively secretive folk, so it doesn't surprise me.
Where do you come from?
Super far south. Almost as far south as you are north.
Oh.
Yeah.
And so why are you here?
Same reason as you, I guess, looking for adventure, and now this thing called the orb that apparently everyone's looking for.
Wow. But what are you gonna do with it?
I really don't know. I create things by trade. I built him, actually, and I'll just gesture to Adam, who's just...
I am not a real human. I am an automaton.
Yeah, he does this spiel every time I say I built him. But yes, he's a pretty wonderful creation, actually. But yeah, I've heard it's magical, and that is what I do, is create things with magic. So it'd be a very interesting thing to study or see.
So you just want to study it?
I'm not really sure what I want to do with it. I don't even know what it is, honestly, but it would be nice to find it, or at least find out more about it.
Oh, can I do an insight check?
What are you trying for what purpose?
Kazamak told me that he only wants to study the celestial orb and he doesn't want to do anything else with it.
I did not say that. I said I would like to find more information about it because it is magic. I didn't say I only want to study it.
Yeah.
Specifically because everyone else insight checked me on this exact story.
So I'll allow you to make an insight check, but it's just discerning if there is deception in Kazamak's answer.
Play it back. It's fine. Play it back. Rewind it.
Let us know in the chat.
I rolled a 19. My insight is +2, 21.
I would say that it's a very good roll. So bear with me here. I would say that you are able to discern that Kazamak is not being entirely forthcoming in his answer for what he wants with the Celestial Orb, or what his interests are with the Celestial Orb. But you don't know Kazamak well enough to really get more than that. He will that good of a roll. So that's kind of where you are. You get that he's not being completely forthcoming. Maybe not that he's lying, but he's not maybe being forthcoming.
Yeah. So would be a cool thing. I mean, it's allegedly, if the stories are to be believed, been around longer than most of us. Who knows what secrets it holds?
Indeed.
Keep those.
So as the rest of you guys continue on throughout the day, small talk as you guys go, you come to the end of your first day of travel. So you guys are on your way to Dunhollow. This is the first of 4 days of travel to get there. Okay. So as you guys approach kind of nightfall and you start looking for a camp, you're able to find relatively, I wouldn't say short order, but within an hour, you're able to find kind of an area near the trail that is kind of slightly elevated out of the water, kind of like a small rising, if you will, like a small hill coming out of the water. So able to find some dry land, set up a camp. Adam and your unseen servant helping you individuals set up.
Me is helping me.
So as you guys get everything good, obviously, as you get everything going for camp, what would you guys like to talk about or do?
Yeah, Casimir, I have a question for you.
I have an answer for you, Henry.
I'm just curious because I can see you're a man of passion. You love what you love, and you know what you don't quarrel about it. What's the favorite thing? What is your best kill? What is your favorite? What's the one that's your proudest moment?
My proudest moment.
Killing the fake gods.
I've never killed Brom's gods, but that would be up on the list if I had. I've killed quite a few and had some pretty good ones, but one does stand out in my mind. And I'll like kind of ponder it for a second. Yes. I think it was that one. It was I was sort of like leaning a little bit more because there is people that are elvish near me. Like it was I don't know, like not really whisper, but like lower tone. It was a fairly middle-aged elvish man. Some time ago.
Those have really good hearing.
Well, I'm talking quietly. I made a point to say it.
Paintings are didn't have
Is
it.
the hold on? So is the question can one of you overhear it? Is that the question somebody asked? Yes.
Well, he said he was speaking quietly because there are elves around, and I'm an elf.
That is true.
I also just like to be generally peeking in because this is a pretty uncouth conversation.
You'll get to know each
If
other.
you talk about killing, I'm definitely interested.
So, interest aside, just give me a second here to look at something.
I did make a point to say I was speaking quietly.
None of that matters until I know statistics here.
During all this, kid, I've come up with a creative problem or creative solution for our problem.
Yeah. So
Okay.
as a general rule, and I don't know if I've actually ever talked about this. So as a general rule, I go for whispers, right? The intent of a whisper is no one notices that you're whispering, right? So if you're doing it right and you make the correct stealth checks and everything, no one should see you whisper. So if you're actively trying to whisper and you succeed on a stealth check, you're great, right? However, if you just say, "Hey, I'm speaking softly, I'm whispering," right? And there's no role involved there. We just let that role play pan out, right? That is now in passive perception. So my rule has always been, which is not my rule, it's Matt Mercer's rule, 16, passive perception of 16 to hear a whisper. So that doesn't mean that, oh, I'm sitting within 10 feet of somebody that's whispering and my passive perception is 16. DM, they're whispering, my passive perception is 16. That will not happen here because I still have discretion, right? So you guys sitting around having having multiple conversations or cooking dinners and things of that nature, that all weighs in. So that's all above table. With that being said, Bridget, no. I will say that you probably don't overhear them, just because your passive perception. I'm looking at your passive perception now. However, you guys are on a kind of a pretty confined small space, right? So all of you would notice, except for probably Vinsire, who's probably collecting berries or something, right?
Like something different but similar.
Yeah.
For the bottom.
Except for Vinsire, would probably notice a conversation happen. So that is what I'll give you. You will notice a conversation happening. Any of you who want to try to eavesdrop on a whispered conversation may make an active perception check.
Oh, do that.
Can I also do that since I'm hearing them talk about murder?
Yeah.
And I
But
don't
wasn't
know.
like.
Well,
Again, you guys don't hear anything. You just see a
Well,
conversation
so
between.
we hear Henry go, "What's your favorite kill?" And then them lean into each other to get quiet. So yeah, I'm listening.
that's fair.
Gotta make your perception checks.
18.
Never
17.
easy. Never be easy at a D&D table. Okay. So go ahead and make a stealth check for me, Kazmak.
Nat 20.
13.
I figured.
So yeah, you guys kind of pick up on some of the conversation. Your rolls weren't super high or anything, so you do pick up on some of the conversation. You hear him just talking about killing a random person, essentially. You don't really. There's nothing. None of you know this person, right? So essentially, just killing a random person who happened to be an elf.
Check.
Well, it's interesting. That's very interesting. You know, they can be feisty. So
Do I, looking around as I tried to say it like quietly, do I see the rest of the party literally just like,
Yeah, you do.
just like,
I would say that because my ears can fucking turn, I'm laying on a log just like
do I see
looking
his,
up at the stars, but my ears are turned backwards towards your conversation.
then I'll just like, yeah, you know, in just like a full voice, since I'm like, oh cool, everyone's listening. Yeah, it was pretty feisty actually. Put up a pretty good fight, but I mean, in the end, pretty easy to kill nonetheless. It had a deeper meaning that maybe another time I'll fill you in on some of the rest of the story, but it's up there with some of my favorites. Probably my favorite.
Oh, very nice. Very, very nice. Yeah. Everyone has a favorite everything, you know, and
Well, this seems very much like a question that you asked me with the intent of me asking you what your favorite is. So
not at all. I mean, I'll perfectly happy to respond. Honestly, I'm just trying to, you know, get to know you. You know, see what's going on. You know, we've been traveling for a little bit, so you know, I'm trying to just see where everyone's at. You know, what you know, their deeds and their conquests. You know, just
yeah.
see what I'm working with.
Well, yeah. I mean, I am pretty straightforward.
Oh, very nice, very nice. Mine. I had this one run-in, with he was a politician.
Oh,
The worst man I've ever met, and I have met a lot of very bad men, and it was, you know, it's a rough thing to say. You know, I took pleasure in taking another man's life, but
it's a fair thing to admit, I believe.
well, not to everyone. You know, you got to be careful where you lay that information out. But yeah, I went slow.
Practical.
Well, pray for you, Henry.
That's all right. Thank you.
What was the reason behind it? Just for fun, or you did
Oh,
something to you, or
No, never. Not just for fun. What are you?
oh,
Come on.
sport? I don't know.
No. There was. I had a reason. It was not personal. But it had that. You know, he made it personal in a way that was just so satisfying. You know, it was fantastic. You know, I was gonna do it anyway,
Yeah, of course.
but you know, it felt that much better.
Well, Bridget's gonna walk up on them and just like give them the food that she cooked. And she's gonna ask Henry, what was their name?
You know, I honestly don't recall. maybe my mind is slipping. But they had some sort of high, highfalutin, there's a highborn, very just, a silver spoon in his mouth the whole life, and just, just the worst.
They always are. I bet that was probably extremely satisfying. The way you described this person, I would have done the same, Henry.
Well, yeah, I'm sure you would have. I'm sure you probably would have got more creative. This guy.
It's true. It's true. And I'll reach up as I'm talking, just like, thank you.
Well, I'm just curious. I don't mean to eavesdrop, but said a politician. Not very many people can kill a politician. Where was he?
Oh, he was in a place at a time.
Somewhere in Zata.
Less settled.
Yes, in Zata. Somewhere. I can't share too much, there's still maybe some people looking for me. So
No,
there definitely are. People are looking for me. Anyway, what's your favorite kill, Bridget? You strike me as someone who has probably shed some blood.
Well, how about we do this? If we're going to play this game, you tell me your secret, and I will share one of mine.
Oh, Bridget, my secrets are very valuable. Very, very valuable.
Believe it or not, we actually had a very interesting run-in at a casino that this very bit occurred.
So, again, because I noticed this in our past recording, you guys have that moment never happened for you guys. The moment where that guy goes to say Henry's.
Oh, no, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
No, I'm just saying, like, exchanging secrets.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
The
Got it.
shadowy emporium.
Yeah, we've had a very similar exchange. This whole one-for-one type thing under very different circumstances, but
The intertwining of fates.
Does anyone have a truth spell? Henry?
No, I'm afraid I don't. I'm sorry.
Isn't that unfortunate? I guess we're going to have to wait until we can be honest with each other. Let's just start eating.
Oh, you're gonna be waiting a long time there, sister. So let me tell you. Henry, and she'll just do a little like furry quotation marks, is a lot to unpack.
Well, the nature of things, it is what it is. But anyway, going back to my original question, do you have a favorite kill? I mean, now that we're all involved, I mean, I feel like everyone here shed a little bit of blood. Like, I'm not saying people. Like, just because Kazamak and I have, done some things doesn't mean, monsters. Maybe a game animal you slew when you were young.
You see, when you're like pressing the issue, she's kind of like zones out of it. She's like not paying attention to you anymore. She's like kind of. And then she goes back to you. Sorry, that's a bit dark for me right now. I'm not going to. Please don't press it.
Well, fair enough. Well, anybody else? Brom, you kill anything?
I don't kill. I try to bring people in the ways of the Prime Pantheon. I've weakened them to where I can have effect. But every time I've gotten close, you all have killed them.
I'm pretty sure you took out that Hydra.
yeah, no, I distinctly remember you dealing the final blow to a couple creatures.
I did not.
No, I remember. Definitely happened for sure.
I
No,
tell you, if I had slain that Hydra, it'd be high up on my list.
I never killed the Hydra. Remember, the Hydra ambushed me. And then you guys killed it when you guys came around the bend.
Well,
I remember you being an active participant.
I was not an active participant in killing the Hydra. I just helped you and worried about myself.
Speaking of, I still have chunks of that liver. If you guys see a buyer, hear a buyer.
There's no way that's not.
That's
like,
probably.
That's shit spoiled.
I have jars and they're sealed. All right, relax. These are ingredients. These are important arcane ingredients. All right,
It's
there are
just
ways to
They're in
maintain
a
these.
sealed jar.
I forgot we put them in hermetically sealed.
The jar of dirt.
I forgot the joke.
But I do have a question for the group that's slightly been bothering me for the last day or so.
Yeah, how are we gonna feed this elephant? I agree.
No. What is-
And to that point, I have a good suggestion.
Well, I'm actually kind of interested to see what Brom's question is. Albeit, it might be dumb, but I do want to hear it out.
this orb has raised a lot of suspicion. Some of you amongst the group have already spoken about it. What is the plan individually? I just want to know if people have alternative motives to the orb. Because we are set out on this quest for Kit, we understand that. But Kit has talked about in the past. Henry, you have mentioned a little bit of it.
Curiosity, mostly.
I can't remember. Why am I blanking on your name?
Kazmak?
Yeah, Kazimak has been distinctly searching for it. So everyone seems to have their part in this orb. What is to come to expected if we do find said orb? Will there be betrayal? Will there be helping hand?
I do.
Or does everyone have their own plan?
I would like to just bring everyone back to when I said it might be a stupid question. Brom, do you really think if anyone here planned on betraying the party, they would outright tell us?
No, but it brings a question forward. We should be prepared when we come across this object.
Prepared for what? Betraying? Are you saying you're gonna betray us? Because it kind of feels like you're saying that you might betray us, so we have to be prepared.
From the start, since I've been here, I've been looking for people, not an object.
That's what you're the only one who hasn't said they're looking for the object, which actually
The
makes
first
me
time I've
quite
ever heard of
concerned.
the orb is from you.
Huh?
Yeah. To be fair, I also have no clue what this orb's about.
So I'm just a curious overseer in this quest for the orb.
Well, Brom, I will tell you this, and I'll leave it at that. You said you are curious, and I know of an old adage about curiosity. It killed the cat. So unless you want to end up like the cat, probably don't be curious.
So you do not want to share your secrets with us?
A lot of death threats.
I don't know why I would share my secrets. They're secrets.
Ah, so you do have alternative motive for the orb than
Like-
everyone else.
I don't understand what you said.
The cadence there switched up.
Like I said, same as the entirety of the group.
Again, we've intertwined our fates. We're on this path together. I just want to make sure we're all on the same path to the end.
Well, we are at the moment all on the same path to find this orb.
I guess what Kazimak is telling you is when we find the orb, fucking be on your guard, because he's gonna be on some shit.
That's what it seems like.
Ah, I see a storm is brewing over the horizon in this group.
Outside of that, because I don't care about this orb, a lickety split. I'm gonna go up to our elephant friend.
God, it's a fucking elephant again.
I have a plan.
Julius is a member of the family.
Dude, there's magic I know that can satiate a creature for an entire day.
That's a
I
good
would
berry.
like to cast Good Berry. I would like to offer Lucius. I mean, you can still eat all day, but you won't be super hungry.
Julian?
Julius. It's Julius.
Oh, I thought you said Lucius. I'm like, what?
He did, and then you said Julian. And it's definitely Julius.
It's an elephant, man.
It doesn't
How dare you talk about Xavier that way?
Yeah.
If you want to rule, I will offer him all 10.
Julius will walk up and kind of sniff the berry. He goes, "This isn't a banana."
No, but it's honestly better because it's magic and it's made with love.
You promised bananas.
Honestly, what I'm learning is they're colloquially known as dick fruits. So we're all learning something, and I'm really on the lookout. I'm trying to find what people are talking about here. So I'm doing that for you because I really don't know what that is.
Regardless, yesterday before the sun went down, you promised bananas,
I did.
and today the sun is going down, and I haven't seen a banana.
And we will see 7 more moons before you see one because I need time.
This elephant is about to be unhinged.
Okay, I'm gonna go leave now.
Well, do you want this berry?
No.
Is Julius just stomping off?
Well,
Julius just starts walking away, back the way.
Julius, if it makes you feel better, there are bananas to the north. If that means anything to you.
I'm gonna. Can I run over to Vince?
A banana today is worth a banana tomorrow is worth nothing today.
I'm gonna run over to Vinsire. Like, what did you say to him? He's walking away.
He wants a banana. I mean, we don't have them. It's really. Yeah.
Is he just like going down the trail?
Yeah, he's just slowly walking back the way you guys.
I'm gonna run up, just like fidgeting in my pocket, and hold out all 3 of my final sugar cubes. I'm like, Julius, please, I love you. Don't leave me.
Make an animal handling check at advantage.
I spent so much money on you.
Only for it to walk away, he now no longer has a mount.
Baby, please. He didn't mean it.
I didn't say anything bad.
Oh, that's natural one. I mean, you can go.
At advantage?
Oh, at advantage?
I was like, damn, 2 nat ones.
I rolled a 2 plus 3, so 5.
He really does not want you to have this fucking elephant.
The amount of fucking work I put into this shit, Christopher.
Julius kind of stops, sniffs you see his trunk go to the sugar cubes, kind of feels around the sugar cubes. Vinsire, as you're watching from probably like 20 feet away, Julius kind of like gently turns back at you and goes, "Not a banana."
If I see you again, be prepared for a banana. Because I swear to fucking God, Julius, you're going to regret this.
Julius is going to start trying to walk off with the intent of just start walking into the dark.
I'll just like fall to my knees and like cinematically let the sugar cubes like.
Can I try to physically wrestle him?
That boy is 3,000 pounds at least.
I'm strong.
Andrew's just got like the DM fucking
I would like to wrestle the elephant.
Humongous.
I would like to cast Enlarge Reduce on myself, make myself bigger, and wrestle the elephant.
Does it change? It doesn't change your strength modifier, does it?
Change my size. My strength modifier, my strength's 19. I'm still gonna try.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I'd say as long as you cast Enlarge Reduce, you're a size large enough that you could attempt to restrain.
Just grapple him to the point where he knows that this is discipline, you know? He's an elephant. He's never been disciplined.
By
I don't know, I saw that whip.
By D&D rules, I have to allow it. So, yeah, go ahead and make a contested strength check against an elephant, Kyle.
Is that
obedience training?
athletics or just is it regular strength?
It's an athletics check.
You're flying by the elephant.
I rolled a 18.
26.
Damn.
No obedience training for Julius.
I just imagine you on.
You guys watch as the elephant that Kit that Kit set her life savings on looks to be walking away and ignoring Kit and Vinsire. You watch as Vinsire runs up and tries to grab the elephant's back leg and hold it in place. And the elephant just picks its back leg up and walks with Vinsire on its back leg.
Alright, well, I'm still hanging on. Lucius!
Yeah, I mean, that's easy. You can hang on with an 18.
We can talk about this, man.
I wanted bananas.
Have you even fucking ever had a banana? Be real with me for a minute here.
Rourke was mean, but he gave me bananas.
York straight up told me to my face that he's never given you a banana in his life.
Rourke's a liar. I don't forget.
I'm pretty sure you would forget a modify memory spell, but it's fine. Eat this good berry, dude. If you're gonna go wander without, you're gonna destroy the local ecosystem, my guy. You're not from here.
That's a little berry.
I know, but it's magical.
I'm big.
And I'm magical.
How far away are they?
Probably like 50 feet.
Yeah, and he's literally just like holding on to
Lumbering
an
off.
elephant. Yeah, he's just like getting like lumbered away with.
Because Julius can't see in the dark, so he's just walking aimlessly.
Yeah, he's just walking.
To that, yeah.
He's an elephant. All right.
What's that supposed to mean? He's just an elephant.
So,
What's that supposed to mean? Just an elephant?
Vinsire, yeah, as you go, yeah, he'll eat the berry. It doesn't matter. He'll eat the berry. Thank you. Get off of me.
Alright. Well. And then I'll leave.
I guess this is goodbye.
I am on the trail, just on my knees. There's a pile of 3 sugar cubes in front of me. One of them slightly cracked on the tip from hitting the ground. I'm just like, my head is just like down.
My investment gone.
They're like, Vince, what did you say to Julius?
I didn't say a fucking thing to Julius, Kit.
Well, maybe that would have stopped him from leaving if you had.
No, he wants bananas.
You can't like druid craft a banana.
As much as I would love to, I would need the seed of a fucking banana.
I keep losing everything, and she's gonna stand up and walk away.
Poor kid.
You want to check his stool for banana seeds?
Well, it's pointless
bet.
now. It's absolutely pointless now. He's gone.
He's a fucking elephant. I'm sure somebody's gonna kill him, and we'll see his hide for sale in a few months, and we can get him again.
Is that supposed to make me better? I don't. Make me feel better.
No, but I really wanted to tell him that, but I felt like honestly, part of me wanted to just kill him because he's gonna absolutely decimate local ecosystems. It is going to take decades to repair what he's about to do to this place.
He just unleashed an incredibly invasive species on a continent that's not built to handle it. So this is gonna absolutely wreck this. Congratulations, you are the BBEGs.
Yeah.
Slow death, but you will slowly ruin this.
So, short answer: if we see him again, we have to kill him.
Yeah.
We have a very positive carbon footprint. We are not neutral. We are not negative.
I'm not gonna tell Kit that, but I'll go up to Kazumak after and be like, "So between you and me, if you see the elephant again, we have to kill it."
Kazumak?
It's fine. He heard me. He was listening. Bridget, you too. Henry, pile in here.
I definitely didn't hear you. I assume you said something about trying to kill the elephant if we see him.
Very
No,
good.
it's all right, man. You get back to what was way more important. I'll be back here. I'll go foraging. That's what I do best. We'll figure it out. I can take him if we find him.
Alright, I did not doubt that seriously, because you were clinging on his leg like a kid, but,
I wasn't trying to hurt him.
well,
Kit would have been so upset.
alright, Vinsire, you kill him when you find him. I'm gonna get ready for bed, I think.
Who has the banner?
I do.
I'm gonna walk up to you and be like, "Can I at least see Reggie?
Yeah, of course.
I just gotta see one of our friends that we've kept alive and we've kept with us
I
this whole
forgot
time."
that he doesn't really save, so he thinks it's nice.
Yep. Here, you can hang on to it. You can hang on to it for the night. Hang out with him. He says nothing but good things when you're around, so.
Lightly wet fur around her eyes. She's gonna take the hell banner and walk away.
The whole time it's just screaming profanities.
You motherfucker!
It's funny shit to think about.
I'm gonna spend my night, Andrew. Even if it costs me a point of exhaustion, I'm gonna find and I'm gonna kill this elephant.
Jesus! We're never seeing this fire again. He's gonna get lost.
I just want that to be clear.
You're really gonna hunt down the elephant in the middle of the night?
By yourself.
We're talking about an ecological terrorist.
I guess, yeah. I mean, it makes sense for your character.
Sacrifices must be made.
I mean,
You better be bringing back that ivory.
Tam.
Damn, I did not know having an elephant killed on our D&D adventure was on my bingo card for this night.
Fucking shit took a
We
turn I
can
was
do it
not
off
expecting.
screen because I can for sure. I have the HP to like get through it. I'm pretty sure, but
Just okay. No, you wanna do it? We can do it. So as
be
you
clear, I
guys
don't
are-
want to do this. You
Well,
made me do this.
I didn't make you do this.
You absolutely made me do this.
For the greater good of the environment, I have to kill this dying species.
Your decisions are your own. Don't put this on me. You want to kill an
The
elephant?
elephant's
Kyle?
decisions were
Just say
yours.
I,
If he
Kyle
would've
Albert
stayed,
Evans,
he would have
wanna
lived.
kill
He
an
knew the
elephant.
deal. If he would have stayed, he would have lived. He knew the deal.
Reporting you. Yeah.
So as you guys
for
are
disclosure, this is all in game, not in real life. For disclosure.
no, Kyle Evans is killing an elephant. As you guys are
In game.
as you guys are batting down for a long rest, you would notice Vinsire kind of slip off, and not odd, right? Vinsire typically slips off to go get berries, but Vinsire slips off. Vinsire, go ahead and make a nature check at advantage for me, or excuse me, a survival check at advantage.
Hunt. I'm gonna cast Summon Fae to assist me. So I'll summon a Fae creature.
Operation Dumbo Drop.
I should probably pick what kind of Fae creature, huh? It doesn't really say. Any assistance on that would be fine, but it is a small Fae spirit that is gonna be around for the next hour at least. So
Never thought of after I've seen the day where
you said survival?
Yes, please, at advantage.
26.
Okay. Yeah, pretty easy to do. You were able to pick up the trail of the elephant rather quickly. He's not hard to find. Within about 30 minutes, you find him kind of grazing in a small patch of like tall grass, just kind of ripping it out at the roots.
Yeah. Okay. Well, my Fae spirit is going to bonus action teleport.
Okay.
To be within 5 feet of him, and then going to use after it does the bonus step, Fae step, it can pick a trait, and it's going to take fuming, which gives it advantage on this next attack roll.
Okay.
are we really did this?
That's really fucking
You
happening.
have to make the noise.
Why are we just murdering a fucking elephant right now?
And that's a 19 to hit.
Okay. Go ahead and roll initiative for me, Kyle.
Okay.
It ain't we, man. It ain't we.
I rolled a natural 20 on initiative.
What inspiration?
Kid's gonna listen to this fucking scream at night.
Oh man.
Yeah, this isn't great, guys. You know, this isn't great. I don't feel good about this at all.
I'm gonna laugh.
A
when it
very
actually
aggressive male. A very aggressive male.
I gotta peek for this. I'm gonna get hold of this.
So, okay. Go ahead. So you made an attack at advantage. Go ahead and what did you roll to hit?
It was a 19.
Okay, that'll hit.
Okay, so that's 1d6 plus 3 plus 1d6 force damage. So that's
Elephant has 600 HP.
so that's 11 piercing and 5 force for a total of 16.
It's actually an archfey.
Okay.
And then I am will wild shape from the shadows.
Christ.
Can't let them know. Can't let them know. I'm actually gonna do the dragon wormling. I'm gonna Wild shape dragon wormling from the shadows. Oh man, this is rough. And it's gonna get a bite attack. This is rough. This is rough.
We haven't even started yet. What do you mean it's rough?
You cannot attack in the same. You're not a circle. You're not the right circle. You can't.
Oh, it's an action to wild shape.
Correct.
All right, then I'll have a wild shape, and I'll wait.
Okay. Elephant's turn.
Oh god, no.
Elephant is going to gore the fey creature in front of it,
Okay.
or attempt to.
I didn't get that part of the stat sheet.
Yeah, this is crazy. How it's a totally different animal now that it's left.
Well, come to find out, this is a retired war elephant.
It was a reskinned
It
horse.
was a horse, and now
full on.
that we have
Now it is
shenanigans,
a battle mammoth.
it's actually an artificer. It has cannons.
I want to point out that nobody asked to see a stat card. No one asked for HP. I told you that
it was a horse.
That it was a reskin mount, and that was the end of it. Doesn't mean that I can't, as the DM, have stuff that is in the background for a completely exotic zoo, where whatever creature you take,
He has a political stance, so.
he does have a, he's a socialist. So they all have backstories.
Nobody asked the questions.
So that's going to be a 14 to hit.
Its AC is actually 15.
Okay. He's now going to stomp. 25 to hit.
That was an irrelevant note.
This dice is spinning on its top. 22 points of bludgeoning damage.
Right. Can I go now?
Yeah.
All right. Spirit's gonna use his bonus action to force the creature. Oh no, I'm sorry. 5-foot cube of darkness around the elephant. Magical darkness.
Okay.
And then it'll take the attack at disadvantage from right next to it.
Okay.
Not bad still. 15 to hit.
That'll hit.
Nice. $14 piercing, 3 force.
Okay.
From out of the shadows, we're gonna pull up. Bite attack.
Okay.
Gonna be 17 to hit.
That'll hit.
I need a D10. We're gonna be here a while, guys. Feel free to role play amongst yourselves.
I'm fully invested in this.
I was getting ready for bed.
Are we like sleeping? Did he like sneak off while we were
so
sleeping?
10, and that's 10 piercing and 6 psychic.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna fly up.
I just smirk.
Fly up about 30 feet.
Okay. He's gonna take. I mean, you're moving out of his attack range. He's gonna attack you as you move out.
Sure.
So attack of opportunity. 18 to hit.
Yep.
18 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Elephant's turn. He's gonna attack the little thing in front of it. 24 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
16 points of piercing. It's still alive. He's gonna stomp on it.
This could do it.
16 to hit.
Yep.
And 31 points of bludgeoning damage.
He is a gun.
Yeah, Vinsire, you'd watch as your creature.
Yeah, I'll just fly away.
Okay.
It's a no.
You're gonna be permadead.
No, he was fine. It's just it's still just an elephant.
Yeah, go back and try again.
In no way, shape, or form is it just an elephant.
Well, he guaranteed that the elephant's never coming back.
So as you fly away back towards camp, It doesn't take you long. It will take you like 5 minutes to get there over air. So you fly to camp, and you land. I'm assuming land outside of camp, or you land in the middle of camp. What are you doing?
I'd land outside, yeah, for sure.
So as you land on the outside of camp, and you set down.
That elephant's for sure coming.
As
I'm gonna have to kill my own. Damn it.
you set down, not any worse for wear, really. You are good.
Murmuring to myself that I will end him.
Do any of us notice Vinsire just like trickling into the camp?
Sure, if you want to.
I would say that I only need 4 hours of sleep, and I spend a lot of the time just like sitting there. I, like rub a tear out of the eye, holding Reggie in my arms. Oh, Vinsire, you're back. Where you been?
Looking for Theki root.
Becky Root? Okay. You didn't see Julius, did you? I know you probably left like a trail of wreckage.
I know where he is. I mean, he's not hard to find.
It's a fucking elephant.
I hope we see him again.
Kit, me too.
Well, I'm gonna go to bed, Vinsire. Thank you for all the help you gave with Julius the last 2 days. I know he really appreciated it.
You only knew. I need the banner back.
Oh my god.
Okay, and I'll just like I'll hold up Reggie, like, all right, buddy. Here's Dad.
If I'm gone too long, I'll unattune from the item.
So, as you guys settle for your long rest.
Yeah, definitely the hut.
Yeah, hut. Yeah. As you guys hut up, as you hut up and go to take your long rest, you would think this would be a natural stopping point. However, we have a little bit more that I want to get to. So, we're actually going to wake up in the morning, and much to everyone's surprise, and to one person's one person's extreme surprise now, and another person's delight, our elephant has shown up to camp.
Oh no.
Goddamn right he has.
He has been beat up in the night.
Oh no.
Something attacked him.
So unfortunate.
But he has returned to camp
They got a long rest though.
and is looking pretty banged the fuck up.
Oh
But-
no, what happened, man?
That's why you gotta stay with us.
I'll cast healing word on him. What happened? This is what I told you why you can't leave.
You don't have the spell up, so you'd have to burn a spell slot.
No, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run over to Julius and like wrap my paws around his stump. Like, Julius, you're back.
Julius's eyes are fucking wide. When you finally cast the spell, Vinsire, he's screaming, "A dragon! A dragon attacked me! Oh, I'll stick around for a while.
This is awesome.
I'm still gonna want those bananas."
I'm telling you, I'm working on it hard. We were looking through your poop the other day, honestly looking for seeds, but Kit gave up because she thought you were gone forever and was just really sad.
No,
This
Oh,
is
no.
such
this elephant doesn't get away that easy.
You have to kill him.
I want to make you murder this elephant in front of Kit before this is over.
We came very close to being rid of the elephant, but no.
I have a
You did it.
plan, my friends. I'm a specialist, all right? I have an expert area of
A
expertise.
very specific set of skills.
Wait, so are you telling me if Vinsire does a fey creature again and Julius sees it, he'd be like,
I have no idea.
Get
We'll
it.
find out later on,
Different
huh?
fey creature.
We'll find out. So, as you guys get set for the second day of travel, I'm gonna have Henry roll me a d6, please.
Oh,
Alright,
shit.
coming right up.
Robin Hood and the Merry Men.
It's gonna be a 4.
Oh my lord.
Yeah, we can do that.
Oh no.
Yeah. I just you never know it's a random. I got a table of shit that we can roll for days of travel, so you never know.
Yeah, I like when you said yeah, we can do that.
I mean, here's what you know. You know, it means it's probably not combat, right? You
No,
can't do combat in 20 minutes, right? So, as you guys go throughout the day, the terrain starts to shift. About halfway through the day, which would be your second day of travel, you hit the midway, which is the actual no shit kind of like road. And road is a loose term. This is a dirt road here that is well traveled. There are ruts where wagons go pretty regularly. So well traveled road. You spend about six. You probably hit the road around noon. Spend 6-8 hours on the midway before you end your second day of travel. It's there are other travelers, nothing of real note. Just a guy on horseback. There's you see a handful of wagons, just like families on the road, heading south, heading from to Letty's Hold or stuff like that. But as you guys go, you make it. Anything you want to role play as you go?
I would
Traveling sessions are hard because you blow your load real early on in the session, and then by the end of it, you're like, "Fuck! I've been role playing for 3.5 hours. Anything but that."
I'll ride over next to Henry. Henry, how you doing up on that horse? Been riding for a while. How you feeling?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm fine. I do my stretches in the morning. And I stay limber, and it really helps.
Yeah, it's gotta do what you gotta do. Hey, listen, I'd really like to hear more about some of your murder conquests one of these days. I really I thought I knew you, but you're full of surprises.
Well, that I am, and I do have. I have a few tales I could tell. There's a few, As a traveler on the road, I did some things.
Well, I have a tale or two myself. Do some 1-for-1 swaps. They're probably not quite the tales the rest of the party would fancy, but you seem to be a man of taste.
I do love a good story. I do love a good tale. Yes. Yeah, sure. Anytime. Oh. I got a few good ones that I can actually think of. Be entertaining to say the least.
Well, we've got nothing but time.
It's true. It's a long ride.
Nothing but time, he says.
Long ride. Time.
Well, I mean, most of us have nothing but time, but you know what I mean.
Thank you, young Kazamak. Thank you.
Well, listen, I'll tell you what. If whenever we bed down for the night, just come on over. Maybe we can swap a story or two. Learn some things about each other.
You know what? I will tell you the tale of the first time that I was made to shed blood.
I will. I don't remember that far back, but I'll tell you some good ones.
You don't remember the first time you had to kill a man?
I killed that guy like 3 days ago.
Hey, I could probably, if I pondered it for a while, think back to it, but it's been so many along the way.
You know what? Kazamak, between you and me, I truly do wonder who has the larger number. I truly
Well,
do.
you are.
Bodies.
You've been around much longer than me, so I mean, you might have me there.
I just might, young man. I just might.
Well, I'll tell you what. Like I said, whenever we bed down tonight, just come on over and maybe you can tell me about some of those.
Come on over, baby.
Sounds like a plan. You're not coming on to me, are you?
Henry, I would never.
Immediately,
Okay.
my brain went. I was like, "Damn,
Come on over.
I'm shipping fucking Hazamak for sure."
Henry.
I am shipping Hazamak 100%.
Kaznak immediately bonded with Henry whenever he was like, what was your favorite kill?
We are soul bonded.
Immediate friends.
I figured. Yep. All right. Well, the others are kind of looking at us weird.
Is Henry blushing?
So as you guys eventually make your way through the day, as many marches are filled with small talk, periods of long silence, to the point of fucking falling asleep in the saddle or on top of your big ass elephant, who's physically has been healed, mechanically I should say, has been healed, but still looking a little banged up, right? He's got some scars. He's got some dried blood on him. So was pretty close to death when Ben Sire fled. So as you guys go, eventually sun begins to set, and we find a spot for camp. It is the end of the second day of our travel, of our 4-day trip. As you guys begin to set camp, as you get off your horses, you get off of the elephant, whose name I can't even remember right now. Julius. Thank you. Julius Caesar, thank you. As you get off of Julius Caesar, it is an odd sensation of complete normalcy, meaning the sounds that you hear are normal. Birds chirping at the end of the day, insect life coming out, crickets beginning to make their eating rounds, things of that nature, right? And then the next moment, there's none of that. The world is devoid of sound. You look around, it's a relatively open, around the area that you are, it's about 15 feet of kind of open space. There's a loose wood line for about 100 feet or so, it looks like. And then it becomes kind of dense. There are sporadic parts of the forest, that just kind of sprout up along the road. There's nothing major here, but there are forests and then open plains and stuff of that nature. So you're in one of these wooded areas for shelter. And as this kind of silence hits over you guys, you hear a voice, not in your heads, but out loud. Brave travelers, this way, this way.
What the fuck was that?
I don't know. This is
It's not Bartholomew.
Is it think it could be another one of those carnival things?
That's what it's not Bartholomew.
Oh, right. Something similar, maybe.
I have my plushie with me at all times. It stays right here.
Well, I mean, we haven't.
I love that skin.
We want to.
Hold dangling off a keychain.
I guess we may as well check it out. Which direction did it come from?
This way. Come this way.
Didn't he get a cardinal instead of a this?
So, gotta make perception checks.
Oh, it's powerful.
That's. I'm not gonna lie. It sounds like it's coming from everywhere, yet nowhere. I really have no idea where this is.
Oh, the 18.
Or this way is.
Same thing.
All right, there's a couple. Bridget and Brahm. So Bridget and Brahm, you two, kind of are able to discern where this is coming from. It's coming from the west, off the road, deeper into the woodline, into kind of 50-ish feet, sounds like. And if you were to follow that, as you get closer to where that sounds like it was coming from, the voice is deeper into the woods.
I'm going to look around the group to see if anyone heard where it came from. I'm guessing Miss Bridget. I'm guessing you're gonna lock eyes. And we're gonna both like look the direction it came from and like confirm like, did you hear it come from that direction? And then like we're gonna kind of nonchalant, and then I'm gonna come up to the group. It's coming from the west.
No, I'm fairly certain it's coming from the east.
I thought it was more straight up ahead, to be honest. I don't know.
I'm gonna look, Bridget.
Yeah, I heard it over here too. And she has like the pan in her hand. She's like holding it up like.
Nah. Smart call. These things often end in perilous fights.
Well, Julius, you're tough. Lead the way. Just kidding. I'll go.
Well, hold on. Last time I walked and followed a voice through the woods.
We had a
Did-
carnival.
No, that just showed up. We didn't follow any voices. That was just there. Did we follow voices?
I could have sworn we followed something.
I just remember terror.
We heard sound in the woods, and then we followed and we found a carnival.
Well, all right. I guess you know what. 1 for 1. What? Let's. I mean,
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe it'll be like that tarot card reading you guys did.
oh, she was a lovely woman.
I mean, what could go wrong? We found some pretty cool things wandering off the road when weird people call us over.
You're
We
right,
All
found-
right,
Abs.
everyone, stay behind me. And I'll trench
Absolutely
forward.
nothing bad can happen. Yep, let's go.
As you guys press into the woods, the voice goes, brave travelers, this way! Deeper, yes, this way! And as you get closer to the deep woods, the voice stops moving. Just a bit further. Please, you're so brave.
At this point, I would like to wild shape into an owl. A regular-sized owl.
I'm going to prepare my net. Like have it on my hip. I'm like, this is
Is Julius with us? Am I still riding Julius?
No, the elephant definitely did not follow you into the woods. Yeah.
Dang.
I'm going to cast Mage Armor. Just in case.
Okay.
Going to just stand there because I'm a monk.
no.
I'm gonna be about 5 feet behind everybody else.
Okay. So, as you guys are kind of standing here,
I turn to an owl and like continue going.
Okay. So let me kind of paint a word picture here for you. As you guys push into the deep part of the woods, and Vinsar, as you launch into flight, you would be pressing into very dark woods. However, there's a kind of a small little rising. And on the backside of this rising, peeking through, moonlight is peeking through a gap in the tree line, through the canopy. And it's kind of lit this real pretty small little glade, this little pocket of water with this beautiful growing grass, plant life, kind of spring plant life kind of sprouting around it in the moonlight. Mushrooms kind of gently growing softly on one of these dead logs, just moths kind of flooding around in the moonlight. And there, standing in the moonlight on on 4 legs, is a rabbit dressed in the regalia of a knight.
Everyone's.
You don't see it. It would just be Vinsire.
Oh.
You guys would have to go deeper in to see it. But Vinsire's
Yeah,
airborne.
no, I'm gonna wait till he comes back.
I'd
Oh.
post up on a tree, and I'm gonna wait for them to approach. This is horrifying.
So I want to point out. I just want to clarify here. This is not a heron gun.
It's an actual.
This is a rabbit. This is a bunny.
We're talking about Peter Rabbit type vibe, like he's
This is
a rabbit.
As you sit there, Vinsire, the rabbit looks you dead at you,
Okay.
makes eye contact,
Mhm.
opens its mouth, and speaks common with a human voice and says, "Oh, brave traveler, you've answered my summons."
Mm.
Rocks back and gives this kind of like, again, a very animal salute, And as it does, you notice that at its hip, it has a very small it has a belt on, and at its hip is a very small scabbard with a very small rabbit-sized sword stuffed in the scabbard.
That's
Who
adorable.
better open
All right, I'll fly down. I'll leave my wild shape. And I'll call for everyone else. I think it's fine. He seems distinguished.
Oh, thank you. I do have good manners, don't I?
Yeah.
Right. Well,
You want to meet my
Not
friend
dead.
Julius?
let's move in.
What'd you say, good sir?
You want to meet my friend Julius?
Oh, I've no intention of meeting that large, shall we say, pachyderm.
I'm
Kinda
glad
like
we feel the
surprised.
same way. Do you do work for hire?
I'm sorry?
Do you do work for hire?
No.
I feel like the bigger question is what were you calling us into the woods for?
Thought you were looking for work.
Righto, I got sidetracked. Apologies. So, I am the messenger. As he says the messenger,
Ominous.
he does a little kind of like leans forward and kind of like a tiny little rabbit bow.
Cute.
And then pops like kind of back up like like just sitting like a normal rabbit and just starts talking in common. Again, this is a normal ass rabbit speaking with a human voice, wearing a little set scabbard with a little tiny sword. He goes, I'm the messenger. So, I'm here to deliver a message of divine importance.
Is it just me? Is no one else seeing what's happening right now?
No, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it. Bridget, what did you
Hear him
feed
out.
us?
Hear him out.
All right, let's what is the divine message?
Oh, I don't know if you're worthy.
All right.
That's quite the message.
And then I'm gonna walk up to the rabbit. I'm gonna be like, "You said divine,
Righto, divine.
as in for the prime pantheon."
I don't know what that is, but I am a messenger for the gods, if that's what you mean.
May I ask, which god do you serve?
No.
Well, how do we prove that you were worthy for this? But
I was just gonna go be like, I'm just gonna list off the prime pantheon gods and see. I'm like, those are the gods I serve.
Well, thanks for that. Very enlightening. He like
Yeah.
looks at you with a rabbit face.
So, so I'm gonna look at him like, is that not the divine gods that have sent you?
Well, some, maybe, perhaps. But again, I don't know if you're worthy. You may be the heroes I'm looking for. Then again, you may not be.
Odds that we are, not in your favor.
Ah, well, that would be unfortunate. For you.
May I ask who you are looking for?
Well, I'm looking for heroes.
this is really starting to feel more like a circular conversation. What do you need us to do to prove that we're worthy of this divine message?
Oh, that's quite simple. You need only open your heart and let out the truth.
Who are you gonna stab and why? And I'm gonna back up.
What's that?
I said, who are you gonna stab and why? And I'm gonna take like 5 big steps back.
Oh, I'm not going to stab anyone.
So
Right now or ever?
Oh, well, I've stabbed people in the past, and I'm sure I might have to do so again, but I promise you that's not my intention. Again, rabbit.
I was.
I have to give you our physical heart.
I'm sorry.
So you say open up our heart. We don't have to give you our physical heart, right?
Oh, gods, no.
Just
No, nothing so gory. No, I meant metaphorically. Ah, you'll simply allow me into your mind, and I will look at the contents and deem you worthy or unworthy.
I'm gonna look. Well, I'm gonna say, well, I will test my faith, and then I will take a knee in front of the rabbit and just kind of put my head down to like let him soul search, I guess.
Oh, the big fella's so formal. The rabbit is going to kind of like, it literally just kind of like leans forward and sniffs you.
The nose.
Oh,
Okay.
dear fellow, I'm sorry, but you are very not worthy.
Shit.
This
Well,
is,
he's not worthy. So there's really no point in you even testing anyone else.
Oh no, we're here. It would be such a waste.
Well, let's have a go at it. Maybe I'll prove to you all that I am good somewhere inside.
I'm gonna stand
That's
up
like
and
the
walk
next
away.
level.
Yeah.
Huh? You come to the rabbit.
Yeah.
The rabbit kind of like bounces up to you, like sniffs at your ankle. Oh, no. No, I say no. I say not, sir. No, thank you. That is foul.
Cat's next.
I think I would like to play this game, Sir Messenger.
Yeah.
Perhaps I am worthy.
The rabbit kind of hops up, little scabbard kind of jingling at his side. He just comes up to you, sniffs you, pauses, and sniffs again. Oh, how interesting. You could be worthy, but you're not. But you might be, and have been, but could be again.
Because you're not the oldest one, Henry.
Oh, I'm honest. That shocked me a little. I'm thoroughly
I,
okay.
I thought we were bonding too, Henry. That's kind of disappointing.
It's gonna walk up. I'm opening my heart to you, and she'll just like walk up arms wide.
She's gonna, the messenger walks up. Huh. You've something foul on you,
Oh, you're exposing us.
but I find you worthy.
Now roll initiative.
Kind of
All
like,
right.
kind of like
Just
sniffs.
NPC bouncing.
Yeah, literally just the NPC bouncing around, right?
Press X to continue.
Yeah, press X to continue monologue. So here we go. Finds its way to Vinsire, sniffs at Vinsire's foot.
I told you not to do this. In all fairness.
Yeah, sniffs at Vinsire and goes, ah, you're tricky as well. You have the potential to be great, a hero,
Mm-mm.
but there's something about you. Oh,
Particular elephant.
sniffs you again. Oh, that was foul business.
Yeah.
And so fresh.
Incredibly so.
He goes, well, all that aside, pachyderm excluded, which, believe me, I understand, I would say worthy.
Gryffindor.
He goes over to Bridget. Bridget, as the messenger comes up to you, kind of like pauses and like takes a look at you, like it's within like a foot and starts to sniff. It takes a big, long whiff.
Vomits.
Messenger goes, oh, you've been worthy for a very long time. But perhaps not so much now. Kind of bounces.
Plot twist.
Yeah, so who did I not do? Did everybody?
Yeah.
I got
Yeah,
everybody.
everyone.
Okay, I got everybody. Just to make sure that I got everybody. So,
I could go grab Julius real quick though, if that's.
the messenger. God no. The messenger kind of finishes their
Sniffing.
excuse me, their rounds.
Bless you.
Thank you. The messenger kind of finishes their rounds, deeming who's worthy and who's not. Comes to a circle and goes, I have to admit, I am very confused. You see, I was told to seek out 6 adventurers, and you are, well, 6 adventurers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But you're supposed to be worthy. There's not 7 of you. Oh.
There's 7 of us. There's 6.
Adam doesn't count.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. So, as you guys, there's supposed to be 6 worthy heroes, but I only see, kind of shakes its rabbit body, 2 at most, 3.
2.5.
What am I supposed to do? Looks at Vinsire, looks around, looks at Kit. That wasn't rhetorical.
I mean, you're gonna need to
Are you-
elaborate on what.
Go ahead, Vinsire.
Oh, you need to elaborate on the core. Because just because they're not worthy doesn't mean they're not helpful.
Well, are you heroes or not?
Of course.
Well, from a certain point
Heroes of our
view,
own destiny.
Oh, if you have to explain it, it's never a good start. Okay, I'll make you a deal. I'll tell you the quest. And then, if you're worthy, I'll give you a gift.
Okay, what is the quest? That feels like it wasn't a question.
Oh, so, right, the quest. Kind of rocks back. And as it rocks back and it brings up its hands, it's holding a tiny little scroll. And it unravels the scroll, and the scroll kind of unravels in front of it and begins to unravel. And it begins to read off a list of very old names. Alphabetically. I'm not going to read. I'm not proud to provide you a list of names, but just know that there is a list of names that come off alphabetically. The messenger begins it with, Hear ye the tidings from the high lords of eternity, and begins to list off, in alphabetical order, a list of about 100 old gods. Some of which names you've heard, some of names you've not. Names like Bahamut, names like Kamatra, names like those on the Prime Pantheon, all listed. But lists off a name, says there, here are a list of gods, hear ye the tidings of the gods, and lists off about 100 names in quick succession. Then says, Ye 6 heroes have been charged with, point the first, stopping the flood and tide of hell into the material plane. End points. The rabbit then begins to very slowly ravel back up the scroll.
What is going on?
all that for that?
So, did you just sign us up for an extended warranty or something? What's going on?
Oh, no. Simply, if you are not the heroes that, legend foretells of, well, I'll simply have to kill you.
Well, hold on.
That's
Hold
all.
on.
It was a very.
Now, do you do that for money?
Vinsire, jeez. I mean, we'll help you take care of your problem. Don't worry. I got you.
Yeah, I'm sure it can't be that difficult.
Yeah.
stopping the ties from hell into the material plane.
What does that mean?
Oh, well, to be honest, I was hoping that you would know.
That's an insane thing you just said to me.
Yeah, I mean,
All of us.
I don't know who you necessarily think we are, but if you are coming with a message from the gods, and I'll do it in quotes, then I feel like you'd have a little bit more information than something so vague and broad.
No. In fact, legend specifically says that you would know what to do. You would know what to do.
Oh,
That's quite odd because I feel like usually biblical reference is just so detailed, very specific. But this time's different, I guess.
well, how will we know if we complete this task?
Well, I imagine you would beat back the forces of hell.
How do you know we haven't already done it?
I suppose that's a fair question. Have you, recently, or in the near recent past, defeated the forces of hell?
I would say I have, in some extent, yes.
A rabbit comes back up to you and sniffs. Liar.
I'm gonna step up and I'm gonna say, the other night I had a vision that the armies of heaven and hell were at the gates. The 12 gods standing around the table. A war is coming. A war of good and evil. That is what I saw in my vision 2 nights ago.
The rabbit kind of looks at you. There's this tense moment where it's just a rabbit staring at Alexidon. And the rabbit kind of chews for a second. He goes, well, I could have told you that. Of course there's a war brewing. Why? How are you not the heroes? You, the priest. Points at Alexidon. Points at Bridget. The spy. Points.
Explode.
Points.
Hey, hold on. Can we revisit that?
Points at Henry. The killer.
Well,
Points at Kazimak.
That's pretty fair.
Points at Kazimak. The cataclysm
interesting.
to Kit. The leader to Vinsire.
No, that's Vinsire.
To Vinsire. The key.
The human sacrifice.
We were already there. We knew that much, rabbit guy. I had gotten there. Okay, so rabbit guy, what we know for sure is we're gonna have to drain someone's blood. All right, so I'm gonna need you on board with me. Do you have access to supplies? It seems to me that you kind of have this whole thing lined up, so you can just set us up, gear us up. We'll get on our way. Good 10,000 gold up front to get us started. We're talking about the forces of hell.
Gods, I should have taken a different assignment. This is a nightmare. You are
should be
the
Julius.
heroes, but you are not the heroes.
Yeah, I'll tell you what's a nightmare is you giving us a task that's so vague that allegedly is some sort of prophecy that how would we even know if we are...
Can you prove that you're from this divinity? Can you give me besides the talking rabbit, that is pretty impressive, but I've fallen for simpler tricks.
He has.
Vinsire, you ask for proof, and as you finish your sentence, every one of you, each of you as characters, feel a slight weight around your necks.
Oh.
As you look down, you are all wearing a exact same necklace.
What is it? Is it
It is a silver necklace with light blue sapphires. There are 9 sapphires that adorn the front of the necklace, and it's just simple silver for the rest of it.
Okay, that was pretty impressive. I'm not gonna lie, it does feel real. What is this exactly?
A boon, the only boon that I can give.
Oh. So what? We just get like what is this like one free question to one of the gods or something, or to our god, or
Gods no.
to
And
you?
no. Simply put, it allows you to talk to a friend far away. It is my simple gift to you. It nods its head down a little bit and says, call it the necklace of the messenger.
Oh, well, that's very kind of you.
Very thematic.
I really thought these were something different.
The
Like a lot of
creator
work.
does, the rabbit replies, the creator does love his little pleasures.
And who is the creator? Who is that? Who are you referencing?
I'm sorry?
This you said the creator. Who is that? Who are you referencing?
Oh, the creator, of course.
Wait, yes, I know. Who is the creator?
Oh, well, that's up for you to decide, isn't it?
His name is Andrew, and he lives in.
And you.
Bald man in the sky.
Hey, Kazmak, if you want the actual secrets they don't tell you, it's a bald guy, and he lives in this place called Virginia.
Well, very ambiguous, but thanks for the gift.
Well, just to show we're all on the same page, can we get a show of hands, everybody who thinks stopping the armies of hell from invading the material plane?
Yeah, I
I
mean,
think that's a good
it's
thing,
like-
everybody.
Is there any chance we could do this in private?
I just, we gotta show the messenger we're on board. We may not be worthy, but
Yeah, fuck it. Add it to the list.
yeah, I mean, I don't want to be torn apart by some sort of demon.
Yeah, I mean,
Regardless, it sounds like my blood gets drained and I die. So let's.
We'll unpack that later.
That's the spirit. Now, who would like to kill me?
Pardon?
And I'm just gonna pull out my sword.
Okay.
Well, before that happens, I'm like, what is your name?
I'm sorry.
Do you have a name?
Oh, yes, of course. Everyone has a name.
May I ask what it is?
Of course you can.
What name?
My name? Oh, it's the messenger.
Well, this has been fun.
As you cut the rabbit's head off, it bursts into a puff of flower petals and just gently falls in the moonlight where it was sitting. Little scabbard sits for a second on the ground before just dissolving into nothing.
Well, this is not what I was expecting, to be honest.
Yeah, a lot to unpack. I'm gonna turn to Bridget. The spy?
And we will pick up
Oh,
next week with that question.
exposed.
I'm gonna look at the kid. The leader?
Expose him!
I like to think there's like another camp like fucking 100 yards away of level 20
The real
characters.
Yeah, they're like, man, I really hope you find this damn messenger. We've been searching for 50 years.
By Bahamut! By Bahamut the Platinum Dragon, I will do this deed.
Oh, this is a bunch of archmages,
Yeah.
and we've been traveling for years.
Andrew, write it in. Never too late.
You never know, it very well could have been.
You guys pass a group of 6 people, look so stoic.
They look very stoic and very cool. Oh shit, maybe that's the guys.
Just the worst fucking divine messenger that's ever it was obviously given very little detail on what he was actually doing there.
Find 6 people.
Found 6 random people. Hey.
Find 6 dudes, give them this prophecy.
No, go to this one spot, call out them to come to you. That's all I'm telling you. What?
That's funny.
No, bro didn't come with a plan. Bro came with a problem. It was like, hey,
Help me.
you're the guys. Just so you know, you're the guys. You're worthy now. Have fun.
Oh,
You're the
fuck.
guy.
Are you sure I'm the guy? Yeah, you're the guy.
What is this, the Big Lebowski?
Hold on, wait a minute, but you smell
To be fair, 1/3 of the group was worthy. The rest were just, consulary.
What I find interesting is it sounds
We will-
evil deeds have been done, and some very recently.
And we will find out next week. So, watch next week. It's gonna be a fun one. I'm really looking forward to the aftermath of the messenger. I'm so glad you rolled a 4 tonight. That was fun. Gives us an entire session to have for next week. So that'll be fun. So with all that being said, thanks for watching, and bye-bye. Hmm.